ferry. Dope game, rock game, cocaine, pain, soul, big roll, ride roll, pistols up as high as they go. Gotta let them know the gang, motherfucker, for show. In and out, though.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The grass is greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I show you shit you never seen. 7 wonders of the world, and I can make you the 8 if you wanna be my girl. When I say my girl, I don't mean my woman. That ain't my style. Need a real street stalker, walk a green mile. We piling up the paper on the dining room table. That you able to realize I'm the truth and not a fable. Baby, rocket Russian sable, keep that chiller on the rack. What I look like with some $1,000 shit up on my back. I'm a $1 million Mac that need a $1 billion bitch. Put my pimpin' in your life, watch your daddy get rich. GG is ABC, simple as 1, 2, 3. Get down with UGK, Pimp CBUSB. What's a hoe with no pimp, and what's a pimp with no hoes? Don't be a lame, you know the game and how it goes. We try to get chose.
Dope game, rock game, cocaine, pain, soul, big roll, ride roll, pistols up as high as they go. Gotta let them know the gang, motherfucker, for show. In and out, though.
Any, many decisions with precision. I pick or make my selection on who I choose to be with. Girl, judge my protection. I know you want me to slip, but slipping is something I don't do. Tipping for life. That's like making it rain every month on schedule. Let me tell you, get your parasol umbrella, cause it's gonna get better. Prepare you for the sea support. She's supposed to spend it on that baby, but we see she does.
As Paul McCartney, the lawyers couldn't stop it. Slaughter of them pockets had to tie to a rock.
Send her into outer space. I know he wish he could, cause he paying 20K a day. That bitch is eating good, like an infant on a double D titty, just getting plump, cause you miscalculated the next to the last pump.
Dump in the gut, raw from the kitty up. Better choose the right one or pick the kitties up. Shit.
Dope game, rock game, cocaine, pain, soul, big roll, ride roll, pistols up as high as they go. Gotta let them know the gang, motherfucker, for show. In and out, though. Chrome rolling in 64. I ain't got time for none of you bitches, so fuck off. Big roll, ride roll, pistols up as high as they go. Gotta let them know the gang, motherfucker, for show.
You Okay. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and kill that music. And there we go. There we go. We got that host. Go put that notification up. Okay. And let's go ahead and minimize that. Some music playing. Let's oof.
Ladies and
Gentlemen,
welcome
to
your WWE Fastlane
review and prediction.
Hang on, Toolbox is back, which means backgrounds are also back.
Back.
This show, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. Just gonna say we have 6 matches. We're gonna talk about the matches and we'll give our opinions as we go.
Let's talk
John,
about it.
what do you think?
Well, first of all, I want to welcome everybody that's in chat so far. We got Hypothesis, Paul William Gregory, and Delexman's here with this hashtag Fire Road Dog thing. I'm not going to get too much into Road Dog, but I will talk plenty about Fastlane. I'm just going to repeat here what I said to you when we were playing Rocket League the other night. Like, Elimination Chamber made me angry, and you know that I think I at least had 1 or 2 rants on our Elimination Chamber preview and prediction. I'm just like, how could you go this way? And we're seeing some aspects of the Raw WrestleMania card, but I'm just like, how do you even come to those conclusions? But that's Raw. On the SmackDown side, I'd almost say the feeling's even worse, because the feeling is apathy. I really honestly just do not care about Fastlane. And if I'm being truthful, and I'll say it here too, because I said it on Twitter, right now I really don't care about Styles Nakamura, which I think makes me care even less about the 6-pack, because I know there's not going to be a title change. I know Styles Nakamura said to happen, and I'm not like the majority. I know you aren't either, where I'm just not really feeling it. I feel like this was Sami Zayn's year on the SmackDown side. I feel like he's done quality work, and just knowing that he's not going to be WWE champion or be that fixture, I don't know, just kind of a stick up my ass, so to speak. And yeah, I look at the rest of the card. I mean, I'm hopeful that maybe Ruby Riott can beat Charlotte, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. But, like, even then, I'm like, no, because it's fucking Charlotte. And so there really, to me, isn't anything to care about. The only thing, and it's like getting blood from a stone that you could say I care about, is Uso's New Day. And that's just because they never fail. Like, these guys are always just so on point. So I'd say my hype for this show, given my apathy, and being fair to the performers, I'll be generous and say a 4 out of 10. That's the most amazing thing. How are you doing that?
That is really, really generous to me. Like,
oh, are you lower than me this time? I know
oh, dude, you gotta understand. Like, if I didn't feel like us live reacting to this show would allow for our audience to have something entertaining to be able to enjoy on their Sunday night, I wouldn't want to do it. If I didn't feel that responsibility of we provide more entertainment than the show will to our audience, we wouldn't be live reacting to it. We wouldn't even be watching it. We'd be playing fucking Rocket League or watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something. the entire time. This show,
Right.
to me, this show is completely throwaway. And again, that's being generous. Like, that's me being nice. Rather than calling it garbage or trash or worthless, I'll just say it's a throwaway. There is nothing on this show that makes me say, yeah, I want to watch that. Because the only match on here that I'm convinced is going to actually be good is the match that we've already seen done today of the summer and fall and winter between the Usos and the New Day. So, and we've seen that feud play out to its logical conclusion, which ended with the Usos sort of turning face. And now we're going to get a face versus face team match between, like, I love the promo that Big E cut on SmackDown, and props to him for trying to get us invested, but holy shit, is this show horrible looking for me.
So what's your final score? I'm
no.
You said to be at least a 2 out of 10.
No.
I'll actually say 1.5 out of 10.
My jet squirrel.
I like that the script is flipped.
Fuck, dude, now I gotta walk
I know you
everywhere.
were more generous than me with Chamber, and I'm definitely just being
Holy
slightly more
shit.
generous than you with Fastlane. But I think you and I do have a general consensus that just, yeah. And really, with both Chamber and Fastlane, what does that spell for Mania? Because I know that we're
Wow.
kind of mad, at least right now.
Now I have to
Mania, if
literally
anything, the
walk.
true WrestleMania is looking like TakeOver fucking New Orleans. But that'll be another preview predictions for another time. You just want,
Holy
actually, before we do
shit.
get right into this, I do want to read Jarveris' $2 super chat. Why couldn't we just get AJ versus Sammy? Beats the fuck out of me, Jarveris. Beats the fuck out of me. But you ready to get into this card, brother?
I'm ready to discuss matches that I give very few shits about. So let's get into that. The first one is the match that I care the least about, and I'm sure the match that has the least amount of actual consequences to go behind it. Becky Lynch teaming up with Naomi to take on Natalya and Carmella, because this makes sense. You spend weeks building up the trio of Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi versus the Riot Squad, and Becky Lynch and Naomi are teaming up on this show, and yet their opponents aren't Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. How much sense does that make?
Yeah, here's the thing. I love Glowfire. You know that. Like, they're amazing. And Carmella, I mean, we were talking about it the other night. I feel so bad for this woman. Because, here's the thing, guys. Am I saying that Carmella is like a Kyrie or an Io Shirai, or those women, or like a Taylor Hendricks, or like the women that are really tearing the wrestling world up? No, not necessarily. But do I think she's talented? Absolutely I do. I think she's been given a raw fucking deal here. Like, I feel so bad for her that they took Ellsworth away from her. And here's the thing, not only did they take him away from her when he really was an asset to her heel gimmick, made her feel so complete. You know, she was the authority in that, you know, little faction and like leading him around, and it was nice, you know, flip power dynamics and this and that. But you don't even give her time to find her footing. Like, you could have at least prepped her for this, and I told you this in the conversation, by giving her more mic time before the release. And say, okay, Carmella, this is another reason why we did this, we gotta let James go. Instead, you just threw her out in the deep end, good luck everybody else. And it's just like, what the fuck? So she deserves better than this. Why Becky isn't the top babyface of your brand just blows the fuck out of my mind. Because I'm not even really in the mood to be scumbag right now. I'm too pissed at the WWE product at present to do any of that fancy shit. Like, Becky should be the top babyface. At the very least, if she's not your champion, she should be pursuing that title. And she hasn't been forever, so if you just put her back in the picture, it would feel pretty fucking fresh to me.
Damn, West City looks pretty G.
Naomi admittedly is fine where she is. I just kind of sucks that, you know, she had a run and she really just cooled off after that. Because, I mean, I do like her. I do think she has something to give. And then if anybody heard her a year into Awards, they know I ran it on Natalya hard. Probably the hardest run I've ever done on her. So that's all I can really say about her. I'm going to go with the baby faces here. I'm going to say Naomi pins Natalya, since they had the teaser that really got this whole match in motion. I do like that WWE is like openly mocking that Natalya probably doesn't have any friends, and it's not even because she's a cat lady, it's because she's a part and they have their head up their own ass. So yeah, I'm going to go with the baby faces for the win. What about you?
I dig it, man. I dig it. And yeah, I agree. I highly doubt Natalya and who the hell is she teaming with?
Carmella.
Yeah, I highly doubt they win. The only reason I couldn't figure out who was teaming with Natalya is because there's no relationship established between Carmella and Natalya. It's literally just two random women who dislike one of the women or both of the women on the babyface team. Like that's.
Well, can I just slightly correct you there? They do have a bit of a relationship because they were part of that faction, the Welcoming Committee.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
The problem is, right? The problem is, where the fuck is Tamina been? And I'm not asking because I care. I'm asking because logic. And two, not only where has Tamina been, great storyline, by the way, WWE, that you just completely dropped and thought that we wouldn't notice about Lana managing Tamina to the championship. So, like, you don't even know what you want to fucking do with your division, and you're actively self-sabotaging it. Like, it's actually laughable watching it happen. If talented women weren't caught in the crossfire. Fuck yourself. So, yeah, just my other 2 cents on that.
Well, no, it is really depressing, though, because it really does come down to sort of the same old story that we've heard about TNA for the last decade, and we've been, well, not even last decade, last freaking, 15 years. They've been around since, like, 2002, I think. And the story that we've been hearing more about WWE over the last decade, and that being, oh, they have all the talent in the world, they just don't know how to use it. That's the story of SmackDown right now. Raw knows how to use their talent, and then I'm not saying all of it. I'm not saying that Raw is the best and that Raw makes all the right decisions, but Raw, over the last year or so, has done a hell of a job of creating stars. Because this time last year, Braun Strowman was nowhere near the big deal that he is now, although people did like him. Elias was on NXT and people hated him. Even people that knew he was a heel and knew that they were supposed to dislike him still thought he sucked. And, Rollins was kind of in like the middle of I think he was in the middle of an injury, working his way to a match with Triple H at Mania. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, Raw has done what SmackDown did between the draft and WrestleMania last year, and that's create stars. So. Oh,
I agree with you. I agree. And let me just say before we continue that conversation, Chad did tell me that Tamina's injured. She had the torn rotator cuff. So I will redact that criticism in the interest of fairness. I don't just want to be an angry guy. I want to be an informed angry guy at least. But yeah, Raw. I mean, hell, dude, I gotta give Raw credit. The Gauntlet match gave Seth Rollins his momentum back. And I just really what I want is at least Raw is showing flashes of, hey, you know the value of this performer, and you're cashing in on that value. I just wish it was a more consistent thing, dude. Because
like Raw, the thing with Raw is Raw gets a lot wrong. Like, to me, Raw handles their women and tag teams terribly. But their main event and upper mid-card men's singles work is A+ to me.
Yeah. I would agree with you on that. Oh, we got a $1.99 Euro chat here.
It's €1.99 super chat.
Maybe a couple of quid might cheer you two up. Well, I appreciate it, Paul. I've got other wrestling reasons that I'm salty today.
But, like, I don't need cheered up. I'm not depressed. I just don't like SmackDown.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, me and Ash have talked about SmackDown, I like performers on SmackDown just the same way I like performers on Raw, but do I like either brand as a whole as far as their structural? No. It's really kind of dry right now, and honestly, I'm just looking to get through Mania. But here's the thing, before when you get through Mania, you'd be like, well, it's a new season, it's a fresh canvas, this and that. That's still true to a point, but it's just co-branded pay-per-views all the fucking time now. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Basically, what we're getting at here is, even though Raw has a lot of bad things about it, it does more to help certain types of performers than SmackDown does for really anyone. Like, SmackDown has very few really well-booked storylines. We'll talk about one that I feel like has been well-booked later, but SmackDown really does only have like one, maybe two well-booked storylines. Raw, on the other hand, it's not necessarily that Raw books storylines really well, it's more that they book characters really well.
Yeah, I think that's a good sentiment to leave on, and yeah, we were only talking about the women's tag match, so I guess we can move on to our next match.
Yeah, and we both picked the babyface team to win that, so up next is the only other match left on this show without a championship at stake. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev, which was kind of a last-minute add-on. They did build to this in a roundabout way because they had Nakamura face Ethan English on an episode of SmackDown. And then I think Rusev challenged Nakamura on like a Twitter promo, and Nakamura accepted on SmackDown.
Yeah, I like both guys. So, like, from an in-ring perspective, I actually think you guys do something cool. And, you know, the drawing point for me, honestly, is crowd reaction. Because Rusev Day has become such a phenomenon, I'm hoping for at least a split crowd. Nakamura, Rusev Day! Like, I think that'd be really cool. But I gotta go on another rant. You know, it's funny that I said apathetic about Fastlane when I feel like a lot of anger coming out. Like, Nakamura won your Rumble. Why did he just get a match on Fastlane on the fucking solo? And the same goes for Rusev, a guy that's that over. And you know, honestly, I gotta say it, and maybe this is just me being salty, and that's a fair criticism. I would totally accept that on the channel. But this is really smelling like some Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 30 bullshit. Oh, we planned it all on. No, you fucking didn't. To me, WWE writing is like that episode of South Park. Remember when they were like worshiping the economy as a deity, and then Stan wanted the proof that they cut a chicken's head off, and wherever the body lands when it goes limp, that's the action that they take. Like, that's what this feels like to me. It's like, oh, he's really over, but we don't want him to be. So what do? We gotta think of something. Oh, we haven't been using Shinsuke. Let's just put these two together. Like, why hasn't Shinsuke, being your Rumble winner, been a bigger focal point? Because to me it hasn't been. Maybe people in our chat would disagree with me. And why are you fighting the current so damn hard? Now I know we've talked about that with other people before, and the answer's obvious. Like, Rusev's so over. I'm waiting for him to kick Aiden English in the face, put him in the accolade to allow it up, and just have Rusev Day all to himself and ride that fucking wave. But WWE doesn't want that to happen, so they're putting these two forces together. Obviously, Nakamura's going to win. I don't see him losing at least until Mania, and he might go over at Mania, but I haven't even decided that yet. Decide that on freaking fighting. So I'm going to go Nakamura. It's just, you need to get your shit together, guys, because he just got out of this car on the Go Home show, and so did Rusev. Whether you like it or not, he is an overactive for going to notice. Like, do something. So, yeah.
We got a $5 super chat from Javaris Carter. He said, safe to say that Vince sabotaged SmackDown because it did better than Raw. Personally, I think that is a very misled view. You could argue, I think it's more likely that Vince sees Raw as the flagship and worked harder to make Raw better than SmackDown, but I don't think that he at any point will ever actively sabotage one of his own properties in a way that would cost him money. Vince cares too much about making money to do that.
I just feel like both these guys are like, I'm not even gonna like dabble in any of that, like what you just addressed, right? Because you already addressed it well enough. But keeping the focus on these guys, at the very least, if you wanted to keep Rusev, he should have gone over and said, you know, I want the biggest Rusev Day. I want the two holidays to collide, right? Rusev Day and WrestleMania. And I want to do that at your expense. I want your title shot. They've done it before with like Roman Reigns and other guys. We know that the guy's going to keep his WrestleMania title shot in Nakamura in this case this year. But still, it at least gives it narrative teeth. The idea of, oh, you injured my friend's throat with your knee, when it's weird because it's knee to the face, not knee to the throat. You know, and now I want revenge on you. Like, it's very simple, and it's ironic because I'm always a guy advocating for simplicity, but it just feels so contrived to me.
Yes.
And you could have
at
least gone with, you know, oh, you
God,
know,
I needed these.
because that too is contrived, I'll admit. But at least it's more substantive to me than you were my friend, now I break you kind of thing. It's silly, it's stupid, and I think both guys deserve better. But Nakamura for the win after hopefully like a 10-15 minute match or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. 10-15 minutes, ideally closer to 15 and 10. And yeah, that's Nakamura. I really do hope that there is a point in this match where we get the chant that kind of shows like Nakamura isn't the only one over in this match, and we get Nakamura Rusev Day, Nakamura Rusev Day. The dueling chant is what I'm hoping to see in this match.
Can I just ask you something very quickly that's kind of off topic as it relates to this match before we move on to our next match? Because I know that there was a time that, like, you were really into Nakamura, and we know, like, his New Japan stuff is kicked ass. Would you say, like, well, first of all, how do you feel about him now? And second of all, like, it's kind of a tie into that question. How do you feel like the WWE booking has, like, affected your fandom or just your perception of Nakamura? Because I'm curious. I know you were a big fan of the dude at one time. So
I still really do enjoy Nakamura. Just it's gotten to the point that I'm realizing that a big reason that I loved him so much in New Japan was because A, he got to work with other amazing workers, so they got to put on great matches with each other, which he doesn't really have as much of an opportunity to do in WWE. And B, his over-the-top personality really stood out amongst the more sort of vanilla characters that New Japan does have, and in WWE there's more over-the-top characters. So really, Nakamura went from this like beautiful, crazy, like standing out entity who could put on great matches because everyone was working with, to now he's more of like a guy who, like, obviously he's amazing in the ring and no one will deny that, but he's the best in the ring, not in WWE now because they have AJ Styles and that kind of thing, and there are all kinds of amazing matches, and he doesn't go all out unless it's like the biggest deal. So like, yeah, it's not necessarily that I think Nakamura sucks or that I'm not into him anymore or anything like that. It's just I'm waiting for him to ascend, if that makes sense.
yeah, no, I totally agree. I just wanted to visit that very briefly because again, like I thought you would be a good model for how I'm like really like trying to get at here. And, you know, I just feel like yeah, it goes back to what I said more earlier. It makes sense. You are what you're bugged, but I think also if you're not bugged, then you're just invisible, and it's kind of crazy to me that until very recently the Royal Rumble fucking winner was invisible, but yeah, hopefully it's a decent match, and hopefully Nakamura does it. I'm sure we'll have more to say about that though when all the brush is cleared and it is just WrestleMania left. But that'll be a conversation for another time. What is our next match, Martin?
Our next match is our first title match, a title match that I give the fewest shits about. Randy Orton challenging for the United States Championship against Bobby Roode.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'd be more interested in this feud if Orton was explicitly heel, rather than just like a calculating, basically, oh, RKO out of nowhere, which, you know, I get it, it's cool, but like, you know, I want to see the mean streak. Do not care at all about Bobby Roode as a heel, which is almost why I want Orton to go, because if you're gonna try and make the Bobby Roode face experiment work, he needs some kind of a foil. And as far as the match itself, I mean, it should be decent, I guess. I don't fucking know. But, like I told you last night, actually, I see this going to a no contest. I think Jinder's going to run in because he beat Orton on the go-home show, and he feels like he's the uncrowned U.S. champion. He even explicitly said that in a SmackDown Fallout segment on YouTube. And I think, you know, he's going to want to insert himself in that picture, so he's going to spoil the Orton-Roode match because he's a heel, and that's what he does, and it's going to lead to a triple threat at Mania. So I'm going to go with Bobby Roode retains via DQ.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would say by DQ, but I have a really hard time believing the title's going to change hands here. Based on the fact that I am hearing the rumor that the U.S. title match at Mania is going to be a triple threat, Roode, Orton, Mahal, I'm going to guess that, yeah, I'm just going to go with you. That Roode retains by DQ. Maybe Roode even turns heel to retain. I don't know.
But that would be interesting. Like, there's something. I don't know, bro. But yeah, I'm sticking with my no DQ prediction. And it sounds like you said you just don't see the title change. We both agree with retaining. Just figure out the means. What's our next matchup?
Well, our next matchup is sort of the next title match. The match that we've already seen 100,000 times, it feels like. The Usos defending against the New Day. I think the worst part about this match is that this is face versus face. Like, I really, like, I don't want to see either one of these teams lose. I don't really care if the title changes hands or anything, so I just, as much as I know that these two teams can go in the ring, I would just match because of who it is.
You know what? This is where I dial back the anger a bit. I genuinely love both of these teams. They've done nothing wrong. You know, and really no performer's done anything wrong. It's again more the structural issues at present here. I think the best thing to come out of this thrown together segment is kind of retreading on a lot of history, which hell, I think, you know, if you want to guarantee good matches, it's smart to put your money on these two but I think the best thing to come out of it was Big E's promo. I love hearing this man talk in a way that wasn't comedic and that was actually serious. because that just again kind of bumps his value up to me. But really I should say if and not when anymore, because I don't even know. If this team ever dissipates and Big E tries to go for like a big single push, or I should say if WWF wants to go for a big single push with Big E, that's no appropriate wording, you know that he can talk and be serious, and he's got the ability to back it up. So that was a great thing to come out, and I've been loving the Usos vibe lately. They had a promo 2 weeks ago that like gave me goosebumps, and they're talking about how they were paying their dues and hustling, and it was all to get here, and they're the best, and they won that WrestleMania match. Like, these guys have a lot of fire to them, and I love that. I think, to touch on your point, it is a retread. We've seen this match a lot of times before, and face versus face is a bit problematic, but I think what helps me kind of circumvent that personally is I think the story at play here is the Usos believe in their mind, look, we beat the New Day, we finally get to be on the main WrestleMania card because we've been asking for it for champions, for dominant champions. Like, this is a different Usos than Usos would want to do. So Steve Tao, the face paint, all that crap. But there is no bigger obstacle to us than the New Day with everything they've done. So it's kind of like my personal narrative. Like, the Usos want to get on that WrestleMania main card, get a better chance to do it with a championship. They've got to get past the New Day. And because I feel like the Usos have the greater motivation here, where New Day's already done everything. And really, in another way, it's kind of like a retreadception, because it's just going back to championships they've already had dominant reigns with. I'm going to go with the Usos here to remain. And honestly, I'll even go one step further. I'll say the Blunder Brothers will make an appearance and attack Usos post-match once the dust is settled. So that's my prediction.
Yeah, I definitely think the Usos should handle this. And really, if I'm going to be cheering for anyone in this match, it will be the Usos, because I do want to see them get their match, because that's like I wasn't necessarily a fan of them before they turned heel on SmackDown, but the work they put in for the last year or two has just been exceptional, especially like they definitely, if anyone quote unquote deserves to have an actual match on the main card of WrestleMania, it's the Usos.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you just said, and I think we can move on.
Alright. Fifth match, and our first, kind of big deal match, and the one match on this card that I generally do feel was built well. Charlotte Flair defending the Women's Championship against Ruby Riott.
I have a little bit I want to say about this. I mean, shocker, but I actually want you to go first. I know you've been giving praise, like, in conversations with me, like, to the build of this. So I just kind of want you to walk us through, like, your feelings about it, and then, of course, I think your direction.
Yeah, like, here's my thing. I still don't like Charlotte, and the promo that she cut on Tuesday was absolute garbage in my eyes. But I can still appreciate a well-written story when I see one, and to me, this is a well-written story. You basically did a really good job of setting up the Riott Squad versus Charlotte and her two friends, Becky Lynch and Naomi. You gave Ruby Riott credibility by having her go over Becky Lynch and Naomi. You gave Charlotte, as if she needed it, more credibility by having her go over both other members of the Riott Squad, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. And now the promo segment that they had really kind of did make it feel a little bit more personal. Ruby, I still question her whole style with the extra growling, and kind of the delivery is a little spotty at times, but the content of the promo that she cut on Tuesday I thought was really good. I really thought that the promo made a lot of sense, and it got me really invested in wanting to see her take the title off of Charlotte, and then Charlotte rebutted with a bunch of bullshit that was not true whatsoever. So, yeah, I am 150% behind Ruby here, which is going to piss me off, because there's no fucking way she's actually going to win this match, and if she does, it'll be the top of the night.
So happy you said everything you did. I completely agree with you, and I really do have to just take a second and praise Ruby Riott. We talk about NXT calls to just get, like, pulled up out of nowhere, and yeah, Ruby Riott, because of her like indie experience and stuff, is by no means a Mandy Rose or a Sonya Deville, and I'm not trying to say that, but still, when you get thrust in a spot, you get thrust in a spot. I don't care if you're 10 years dead or you're just going to stay on the job. And I feel like she's acclimated very well. I am a fan of the Riott Squad. I don't know, maybe I feel that personal kinship with Ruby because I had that weird dream about her recently that I tweeted about. But no, she's great. She's great. I really enjoy Ruby. I agree, she's not the best promo, but at least she has a voice. You know what I mean? Like, at least there's something there where, I mean, I agree with people like Charlotte and Natalia. Oh my God. I'm with you. I'm rooting for Ruby all the way on this. I would love for her to be the champion. I agree with you. Also, I'll take it one step further. I know you said this to me, that the SmackDown Women's Championship match would be best served as Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. I think that would be so freaking cool. I don't even know what we're going to get on the SmackDown side anymore because I was so confident in Asuka. Charlotte, they haven't done fuck all with. I guess they are just assuming Asuka's going to go with Alexa. I don't even know anymore. To be honest, part of me doesn't even care if you're going to take this long. I care more about Sasha Bailey because they're actually doing shit both on and off camera. Ruby should win this, but she won't. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Charlotte's my team.
Yeah, pretty much same here. I'm going to be pulling for Ruby the whole time. I won't believe that she's actually going to win this to happen. So, yeah, Charlotte retains is my official prediction. As annoyed as that does make me, I'm just going to have to kind of, choke it down. So then we get to our main event. AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. And again, we literally just got this exact same match, sans John Cena, on Tuesday night. And the winner was Sami Zayn, which I hate because that makes me believe that there's no freaking way he's winning this, which I think would be a great decision. Because the only thing that could possibly be better than just, getting AJ versus Nakamura would be AJ Zayn Nakamura in a triple threat. Come on, yes please. And,
Sorry.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, and now they're basically banking on John Cena vying to win his 17th world title as the selling point because he was the only guy that wasn't left in that 5-way match on Tuesday that is going to be in this match. So they really are banking on people are going to buy this pay-per-view or buy the network to watch this pay-per-view just to see John Cena try and win his 17th world title.
Seems kind of tone deaf to me. But no, you're absolutely right, which just makes it more hysterical. I have one more rant in me, and it's about this match. But before I go on it, is there anything else you want to say about this match before I go off on this?
I actually do have something that I want to say about this match. Specifically, I just wanted to say that I really don't have as much of a problem if he would win, if Cena would win. I actually really think that the idea of AJ Nakamura Cena in a triple threat would be freaking excellent. I would love that. Now, honestly, I'm more excited about the idea of that match than just Nakamura versus Styles because I've seen Nakamura Styles before, and it was in New Japan before these guys came to WWE and had their styles watered down, and even then I felt like it was underwhelming. So I just definitely feel like Styles versus Nakamura at WrestleMania, it almost has to be underwhelming if it was underwhelming at Wrestle Kingdom. So you throw Cena in the mix. We've already seen John Cena in the ring with a couple of legit workhorses. Like, I mean, we saw him versus Seth, and then obviously Brock was also in that match. But him versus Seth and Brock was a freaking amazing match. That was the match of the year that year. So Cena versus Nakamura versus Styles, I think would be an even better match than just Nakamura versus Styles. That's my 2 cents. Now you get to go.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the things that I really like about this match first because honestly, I'm not coming in totally hating this match, but there are aspects of it that I do really loathe. The good thing. I actually feel like they booked Baron Corbin, actually I'd say both him and Ziggler in a way as just 2 random add-ons pretty well here. Especially Baron, I want to focus more on him because at least Ziggler got a US title before he walked off for 4 weeks. Which he even said in an interview he was thinking that it would be several months. Clearly he didn't listen to CM Punk when he exited, and how much time he got. I don't think I like to give extended time off if you're not interested. But Baron, I feel like did get some decent rehab, at least a little bit. And I actually agree with a lot of my friends that I've been talking about this, that Baron really does shine in multi-man matches. I've been even like seeing other people say in that 5-way that like Baron was one of the standouts. So I don't know what it is about multi-man matches, but I guess it's just Baron's element. So, that's a plus. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I'm still intrigued by the story. absolutely love it. Where it's kind of a nitpick, I won't say these
God damn it.
things that I really love. We'll get to
These
that
parts.
in a second. But, you know, one of the nitpicks was I really thought one of the narrative points of Fastlane was going to be, oh, is Sammy really going to lay down for KO? And guys, I'll tell you what I told Ashton. I thought the way the spot was going to play out, and I'm sure you guys probably felt the same, I don't know. But, you know, Sammy, like, the whole ring was going to be cleared. We could even have an image of them taking care of AJ last. Then they look at each other, and then Sammy all excitedly lays down. He's like, come on, Kevin, pin me, pin me. Kevin goes to do it. Bam, Sammy tries a cradle. Kevin, of course, kicks out, and we see the implosion there, planting the seeds for a Mania match between these two. And, you know, I'm just curious who's facing heel on that. I still haven't even looked that up in my head. But anyway, WWE just said, fuck that. Because they actually do take out AJ together, and then the Holuba kick on SmackDown. Sammy pins Kevin, and Sammy has a great promo afterwards where he's like, well, he actually said underlooked when he was overlooked. But regardless, like, I'm the most underlooked performer on the roster. Dasha, why? Like, I love his fire, I love that he's angry, I love that he's good. And he's always been good, even when I was enthused about him as a babyface. This personality shift, man, God, it's so welcome. And Kevin Owens with just that look on his face because we know he has a complex and he's probably feeling so insecure, and I love it because that's when he's at his best. So yeah, those two still really good to me. I don't know how it's going to play out at Fastlane, so I will say I guess that does kind of hook me in a way. But I'm sorry, I just feel like doing a six-pack challenge is so unnecessary because I feel like the big WrestleMania idea, right, is Styles Nakamura. I don't see that match getting tampered with. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Ashton, that a triple threat would be better. So we're in complete agreement about that. I just feel like my criticism is at least want to entertain us on the way there. Like, for as good as Baron and Dolph, or I should say for as well as Baron and Dolph have been both as like late additions, and seeing the story of after WrestleMania is interesting. I still feel like all these weeks later, it should have been Zayn Styles. Zayn's work out of these five guys has been the best, easily. And you guys know what a big Kevin Owens fan I am, but fair is fair. He's blown every guy in this out of the water. Everyone, even AJ, who I love. But I'm sorry, AJ's promos recently have been meh, if not bad. Whereas Sammy's voice and like his motivations, I feel it. I dig it every time because it's genuine and it's honest. Like, he still, in his entire WWE tenure, not including NXT, has not won a single championship. And we know how talented he is, and like, he talks about it, and it's real. So like, I don't know why we didn't go here, but instead, we still have to focus. And that is kind of grating on my nerves too, to be honest, with still the Bryan Shane dynamic. It was interesting at first, but now it's getting to be a bit overkill to me, because it's like, oh, well, you make a match. Well, now let me come in and just kind of mess this match up. And I'm just like, oh my god, these are like two children. Just going back and forth. It just, I don't know. It's not really doing much for me. And again, AJ, I just feel like I would have been more comfortable with that really good match out of it. But you know Sammy and AJ, they're done by themselves. You still have the narrative of Kevin wanting to be in Sammy's spot, knowing that he's insecure and knowing that he's jealous, and you still get to wherever you're trying to go with those two that way. Because I'm thinking implosion, but maybe they'll swerve us on that. So, yeah, I don't know what to this match. I feel like they really tainted what started out as a really good thing with all these additions and everything else. Overbooked shit to me. AJ to win, Ziggler's probably going to eat, and Sammy and Kevin are probably going to be the best thing about this match. Their tension is going to be a bigger driving point than either Cena getting his 17th title, Ziggler proving that he's the man again, or AJ getting his dream match with Nakamura. Like, it really is the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens show. And yeah, I did say it right. So, AJ to retain.
We got a $4.99 super chat from Brandon Glass. Screw John Cena winning his 17th. I'm banking on Ziggler becoming the man. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it hurt to say that.
Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it did. I'm amazed it still doesn't hurt Dolph Ziggler to say it all this time later.
So, yeah, I think that we are both banking on AJ Styles retaining here. That's my official prediction as well. I do, like, there are some interesting options that they could go with. Like, if they wanted, they could do, like, the ultimate swerve and have Sammy actually lay down for Kevin and be like, look, the only reason that I did that on Tuesday was to throw the sin off. And the title wasn't on the line then anyway, so it didn't matter what I did. The goal here was to get you the title.
Yeah, that is true. That thought did cross my mind. Like, I just say, like, it's really refreshing seeing Sami Zayn doing the mind fucking to Kevin Owens and not the other way around. Like, it is. I gotta say, because I watched the backstage, Kevin Owens still is having a hard time believing it. Now he's really gonna have a hard time believing it, given the events of the Golem show. And he's like, it's almost too good to be true. But I know what a good guy you are, and seeing Kevin get suffered the way that he suffered Sami so many times, like, he's delicious to me. And yeah, like, these guys is the driving point. I really wish that Sami would have gotten more spotlight than being 1/6 of the matchup. It really hurt me. And I think this is a lot, because I've never advocated for him this passionate. You know that. Everybody knows that. So, yeah, this is kind of where I'm at with this.
Oh man, so that's where we are, man. That's where we are.
I think I'll join you on that 1.5 because really now learning that I'm angry and I'm like, my God, you could have such an amazing WrestleMania because the talent's all there, and you even have a lot of the motivations too. It's not like a lot of those are out of thin air. It's just, oh my God. I'm
Now the kill thing for this quest sucks.
1.5. Fuck Fastlane. Any concluding thoughts before we close out here?
Oh man, that was brutal.
Existence is pain to a me seeks, Jerry. Yeah, you're not the only one, me seeks. You're not the only one.
Oh man. Alright, well, I don't really have a lot to add. I'm curious, really.
JD, this is the go in.
Mac and cheese and bacon.
I wake up this morning and I make my cup of coffee, and the first thing in his take on everything, I think sometimes, the things that I see online, he's getting a bad rap. I honestly do not believe the rumors that WrestleTalk TV had put out there. I didn't believe them for a second. And what we did yesterday was try and give you as many variables as possible for this entire Roman Reigns, Luther Reigns possible mix-up. And the one thing that I noticed, and the one thing that I have seen all through my years doing this podcast, is that Roman Reigns is so highly protected by everybody. And it's not by just Vince McMahon, it's by the fans. The fans are so blinded because of their superstar can do no wrong. That their super fandom. These super fans out there where they are in love so much with a certain guy, and anything that's bad surrounding the character or surrounding the individual man. Usually those who are speaking the truth or trying to be very, open and honest, they're the ones that are attacked. And I don't understand that logic because, we here, we get attacked on a daily basis, which comes with the territory. I really don't care. I'm quick to block somebody who's going to be nasty. I don't give a shit. But when you come across a closed-minded individual who will not listen to other variables surrounding a situation like this, it's very difficult to even take them seriously. And a lot of people I've seen on the internet have been bashing Bravo for the reason of, oh, well, look at the mix-up, he only used Roman Reigns' name to hype the film. Reigns has nothing to do with it. Reigns is innocent. Reigns is cleared. And I'm over here looking at it in a way like, oh, wait a minute, let's think about this for a second. Please. Bravo mentioned Reigns in earlier films several weeks ago. I know for a fact Richard Rodriguez named Roman himself, Roman Reigns, WWE superstar Roman Reigns. And he mentioned that, you can't look that way by just going to the gym and not take performance-enhancing drugs. And then everybody...
It's not just a conversation. It's an invitation.
Came out of the woodwork because they want so badly for Reigns to be innocent. They don't want anything to happen to Reigns, and believe me, you know, some of the people out there who hate my guts, they're not going to believe a word out of my mouth. I don't want anything bad to happen to Reigns. Bravo doesn't want anything bad to happen to Reigns. I don't think. Right? I don't think he's that type of guy. He's just doing his job as a filmmaker and an investigator. And hate obviously is going to come along with that because people are afraid of the truth. In this instance, people are afraid of the truth because of what it could mean for Roman's future. But we don't know yet. And people are jumping to conclusions and bad-mouthing put up or shut up. The guy's got nothing. They're clinging on to one story that was falsely reported by Wrestle Talk News. And I love the Wrestle Talk guys. I love Luke Owen and Molly Davis and all those guys. I think they do a great job. You know? I think they do. I think they are doing it right in the YWC. But what we talked about yesterday is the way Bravo comes off in his films. A, you see that he puts so much effort into what he does, and the information is so meticulously put together. And it's like something so simple. Like I don't think he would make a mistake like that, even if he did not know who Roman was. If he didn't know who Roman was, I don't think a mistake like that, a big mistake like that, would just be over. Why would he ruin his credibility for something that minuscule? And again, I told you guys, put up or shut up. Release the information already. We don't know how long this guy works on these films. Did you see the quality of his films? I mean, what do you want him to do? You want him to release garbage? You want him to release something that's going to get him in legal trouble? When he probably has to go through lawyers? This is something that the Roman fans really aren't taking into consideration. And the simple fact of me bringing up the variable of Roman being mentioned already in this case, and then all of a sudden someone wants to throw the name of Luther Reigns out there. The idea of Bravo potentially being paid off to A, re-edit what he already had that included Roman, or B, completely cut it out and make no mention of Roman ever again, is a very possible situation. It's a very possible scenario. Especially being this close to WrestleMania. This is what these fans don't understand. And again, I said it on Twitter yesterday. I was driving to my mother's house, and people were still bad-mouthing me on Twitter. Early in the morning, it never stops. So I went to go get a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I put my phone on record, and I put something on Twitter real fast. And I brought the idea to the table of Bravo already mentioned 2 A-list actors, and I mentioned these guys in yesterday's video, and nobody seems to, you know, hang on to the information that I put in my videos. You hear what you want to hear. Meanwhile, everything that I say is in the video, but you want to hear what you want to hear because you want it to be something else, even though you know I'm right. Bravo already had Josh Duhamel and Mark Wahlberg in the case already. 2 A-list actors. 2 well-known Hollywood actors. If Bravo wanted 15 minutes of fame for this film, why would he go out and use Roman's name to hype a film? I don't understand that. He already has 2 guys who he has evidence on. The investigation, you know, went through Duhamel and Wahlberg, and there was evidence of those 2 guys dealing with Richard Rodriguez and his company. And he says there's more, and it bleeds into the wrestling industry. So if Richard Rodriguez wanted to make a name for himself, for his films, why would he use Roman Reigns, who is well known in the wrestling world, but when you compare Reigns to Duhamel and Wahlberg, he ain't even a blip on the radar, Roman Reigns. So if Duhamel and Wahlberg are that big, why would Bravo go out of his way to risk his credibility on fucking Roman Reigns? That's what I don't understand, and this is where the trolls and the super fans of Roman, they don't think They don't think. So I want you guys to understand that whatever is being discussed right now as far as this Roman Reigns situation, don't believe it until the film comes out. Don't believe it until the film comes out. Bravo even said it on his Instagram. Reigns, Roman, and Luther Reigns are two different people. He knows this. He didn't mix up Luther Reigns and Roman Reigns. And he did say that several of these guys, you know, the WWE superstars, whoever they may be, were using aliens. You know? So, we don't know what's going to happen until the film comes out. He did put pictures of Cena and Lesnar on his Instagram. And I do believe both of them could be potentially part of this investigation. Again, we will see. But he did say on his Instagram that Reigns, Luther, and Reigns, Roman are two different people. And all we have to do is let the man do what he has to do. Simple as that. Don't jump to conclusions and don't read into false reports. And I truly hope that Bravo is working it into the film where he's going to talk about the leaks and these fake news articles concerning, you know, the mix-up. And again, I'm going to stress it to you. You know, the trolls won't understand and the trolls won't believe me because they want me to be wrong, as if I'm reporting, as if I'm, you know, making the film myself. I don't want Roman Reigns to be suspended. I don't want Roman Reigns to be, you know, off of WrestleMania. I look at it from a fan's perspective. I watch these shows not only through the eyes of a fan, but through the eyes of a critic, because this is my job on it. If I'm not critiquing, then I'm not doing my job. If you want fans who suck the cock of the product, then you go watch somebody else. If you want somebody who's not going to give it to you like it is and tell you what exactly you are watching, then you have the wrong podcast. You have the wrong podcast. And again, it goes back to people not accepting the truth. They want to live in their own fucking bubble. And they want to pretend like everything is okay. The world is a fucked up place. People cheat, people lie, and what you're seeing on television deserves to be critiqued. Just like how I am critiqued, and how I am ridiculed, and how I am, you know, just harassed on a daily basis. It's okay for you to critique me, but I can't critique WWE. So I'm looking forward to the film, and I'm hoping to get Johnny Bravo on here for at least 10-15 minutes to hype his film, because I think he might have something. And if it ends up not being what we are expecting, then so be it. Then so be it. We'll see what happens. I want to thank. This is amazing. This is amazing. Before we get into the news today, look at this. This is a fucking actual Atlanta Braves fucking toy town. And this is an actual JD from NYC.
That is sick.
More hair than I do. He did good on it. This is unbelievable, man. I'm speechless. I mean, look at even look at it now. I'm speechless. Like, you know, I was working retail for 13 years, man, and I was absolutely fucking miserable. You guys don't understand the things that I gave up to get where I am today. Where I am today is not really anything. I'm just a regular guy who is trying to do practice on YouTube. I got almost 90,000 subs. Just a regular guy who lives in the Bronx, born and raised. Right? And I have fans who appreciate the show and what I do so much that they go out and make action figures. They put me in a Daniel Bryan t-shirt. I didn't have this Daniel Bryan t-shirt. I had the other one where he was on the top turnbuckle doing the S-champ. I didn't have this one. I didn't like this one too much, but this one works. This one works. This is amazing, man. Trey, if you're listening, brother, you are absolutely fucking talented at what you do, man. This is amazing. If you guys want to go check out Trey's work, He does have a YouTube channel, a growing YouTube channel. It's a very, very entertaining YouTube channel. He does WWE reviews like nobody else, man. He goes over action figures. He goes over the current product, gives you his opinion on the current product, all through action figures. And it's a different take, and it's absolutely fucking fantastic. You guys want to go see what he does? My Damn Toys on YouTube. This is his business card. He even gave me a business card. I think he got a business card. My Damn Toys on YouTube. If you guys want to go follow him on Twitter, @MyDamnToys. And on Instagram, same thing, man. @MyDamnToys. Right there. See it? Go check him out and go support him, man. He made a fantastic fucking JD figure, man. I'm working really hard for 14 years, and I'm doing YouTube, and I got people making action figures for me, man. Through all the hate that I've been getting and all the lies that are being told about me and the people who want to see me fail, man, this is not something that someone who is a failure gets, you know? This is far from being a failure. I don't see any of those other fucking no-talent hacks getting action figures made about. So continue to suck down your buffalo wings and fucking, you know, sit behind a chair being fat and obese, making fun of mentally challenged individuals. You'll go nowhere. What's good, JD? My name is Trey, and I am the creator and producer of My Damn Toys here on YouTube. I'm a huge fan, and I appreciate what you do for the wrestling community. My channel is focused all around WWE action figures, and we have surpassed 17,000 subscribers in just over a year, man. Awesome.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Since I am such a huge fan of yours and what you do, I wanted to hook you up with your own Mattel WWE Elite action figure I got with my good friend BEW, and together I believe we created something that you will be happy with. Thank you again for all that you do, and I hope you enjoy this custom figure. Stay awesome and keep up the great work. P.S. If you didn't like the shirt and hat that the figure comes with, let me know and I will get them fixed. I think it's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Look at that. Even took the time out to draw up the Boone City logo design, man. Man, I'm completely humbled, man, and as I told you guys at the beginning of the year, man, I went through fucking heartbreak. I continue to go through heartbreak, and I'm gonna try my best to make it my year, man. We're gonna get over 100,000 subs this year. We are going to take the wrestling scene on YouTube by storm. Everybody's gonna want to be a part of the script, man. I'm gonna do my thing with House of Glory as I always do, and I'm gonna try and get their brand out there as well. So. Unbelievable stuff happening here, man. I got so much to go over today. We're going to do Fast Lane. We're going to go over some news and rumors that I heard. Apparently, there's a major rumor going around with Dolph Ziggler that I hope is not true, because it just doesn't make any sense logically and proves that SmackDown Live Creative is nothing but a lazy sack of shit. So we're going to go over all that, and that's all I got for the intro of this podcast, man. I'm going to hit the intro. We're going to hit the theme music. And I'll see you on the flip side. We'll talk about Fastlane and whatever news and rumors I got right here on episode 212, part number 3 of Off the Script for your Fast Lane Sunday.
Parents can be such walkers.
Will not reveal it here. I want you guys to go to my Twitter page and find it. It's on my wall. I gave you guys a poll. So there's 2 designs on there for the We Do It for Roman t-shirt. Go and check that out. It's coming, and I want that to be the biggest selling t-shirt in the history of Barbershop Window, man. So that's coming, and I thank all of you guys for the support as always. We have obviously harrys.com/script for your free trial shave set. We have audibletrial.com/offthescript for your free month of their service and 1 free audio book. Please go and show some love to those sponsors. Great sponsors with the show. And we are now newly sponsored by Movement Watches, man. MVMTwatches.com. You guys seen the gunmetal gray chronograph that I've been sporting around? I'm actually wearing it in the picture with Gene Oakland yesterday from House of Glories. Kicking it old school, man. MVMTwatches.com. They also sell sunglasses. If you guys want to go get yourself a nice little timepiece, if you guys want to go get yourself some sunglasses, At checkout, use code JD from NY215 at checkout. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. And if you guys want to support the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Let's get through this Fastlane preview and predictions, man. I got Fastlane news, and then we'll break into the Fastlane preview and predictions. Being that I don't even
sitting here half naked and shit
on my PC. Let me get the card here for everybody so we can do that when the time comes. That's not the link I'm looking for. This is the link I'm looking for. We have news here, man, on a potential match with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Now, the plan was for, obviously, if you guys been watching SmackDown, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That was the proposed match, or at least the direction I thought they were going in for WrestleMania. Something fell through the cracks. I'm assuming Daniel Bryan didn't want to be delegated to standing on the apron most of the time at WrestleMania, while Shane McMahon does the bulk of the work against Owens and Zayn. Good on Daniel Bryan for turning that match down, if that is indeed the rumor that is going around. That is well beneath what Daniel Bryan wants to do. Daniel Bryan wants to get back in the ring and physically wrestle. He doesn't want to be sitting on a ring apron for the entirety of his WrestleMania return and his first match back in 4 years. He don't want to do that. But the storyline with Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn was something that we've been forced to sit through since October. And through months and months and months and months of WWE teasing Daniel Bryan's in-ring return, Shane McMahon even mentioning it on SmackDown Live not too long ago, we all know you want to get back in the ring. We all know you want to wrestle again. He even said to himself, I know you want to wrestle again. Okay, WWE's dropping little subtle hints that Daniel Bryan wants to wrestle. Maybe they cleared him for a in-ring return. Now all of a sudden, as the last couple weeks have gone by, we started to see less and less of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' focus on Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. And the focus more is on...
Here's the pro! Dynamic 20K! Just look at this one!
And the break up between Zayn and Owens, having nothing to do with Shane and Daniel Bryan. But now there's new reports of Shane McMahon moving away from that and moving on to something else with only 3 weeks left to go before WrestleMania. And I question again why this makes any sense to anybody at all. You know, you got the fucking blithering buffoons out there who are like,
Oh, JD, why are you so negative, man? Why don't you just open up to the idea that it could be a good match, man? AJ Styles and Shane McMahon stole the show, man.
You know, I've always been one for logic, and I've always been one for storyline continuation. If you've fed me for 4 fucking months of Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, then I would like a conclusion to Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, whether Daniel Bryan's a part of it or not. You know, the simple-minded buffoons, they're easy to please because they'll take anything that's thrown their way. Me, I like to make sense of things. I like to know why something is happening, why I should be open to the idea, and I want to know why one idea was abandoned for something that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Now, the rumor of this Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan match, not Daniel Bryan match, I'm sorry, I want Daniel Bryan in a match, but the rumor of this Shane McMahon Dolph Ziggler match that is being reported now, first reported by the way by Dirty Sheets, and passed over at DirtySheets.net and Dirty Sheets Podcast. Shane McMahon and Dolph Ziggler have a match at WrestleMania 34. I'm trying to figure this one out. Now, this would have been could have been something that made sense if WWE wanted to visit it. When they did have Dolph Ziggler walk out of the WWE. But no WWE. They had Dolph Ziggler win the United States Championship, relinquish the title in a manner in which we all thought he was a fucking idiot. He disappears for 7 weeks, shows up at the Royal Rumble with absolutely no explanation, gets eliminated at the number 30 position in 90 seconds, comes back on Tuesday, no explanation whatsoever, and then the following Tuesday, we see Dolph Ziggler interviewed by Renee Young. Why are you back? Because I won a main event WrestleMania. Yeah, you and everybody else in the fucking locker room. You don't think Rusev wants the main event WrestleMania? You don't think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens wants the main event WrestleMania? You don't think Ty Dillinger wants the main event WrestleMania? Everybody wants the main event WrestleMania. The WWE seemingly doesn't even pick up why he dropped the United States title. They put him in a six-pack challenge for the WWE title after walking away for 2 months. They rewarded a guy who walked away for 2 months with no explanation. How are you going to reward a guy for walking away from a company that he's employed to, have a walkout, and then when he comes back, hey guys, I'm back. Oh, man, you're back. Let's put you in the WWE title match for fasting. Does any of that make sense to you? Or are you that fucking gullible to not care about storylines? I don't know. Am I the only one with a fucking brain in this community? Now we got Shane McMahon and Dolph Ziggler. Now, if you backtrack to all of that in which I just said, if you go back to the day Dolph Ziggler relinquished the title, gave up the United States Championship, if from that point on you started to build the reason why Dolph Ziggler walked out of WWE was because SmackDown Live is really not the land of opportunity. It's the land of holding talent back. If you built Dolph Ziggler from that moment on in a way in which he finally just started to crack, he felt held down, he's better than the United States Championship, I should be main eventing WrestleMania. He started to build frustration between Dolph Ziggler and SmackDown Live management, then I would be more open to the idea. 3 weeks left to go till WrestleMania, I am not so inclined to be open to the idea as I would maybe 3 months ago. And this is what people don't understand. You know, you're all stuck on the fact that, well, AJ Styles had a great match with Shane McMahon, but at least the storyline has been building. The storyline was built over several months with that. So if you give me Shane McMahon versus Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania, you're pretty much telling me that there's no storyline there, or you don't care about storyline because you abandoned one for another, in which this one should have been taking place instead of the other one. You're giving me this match on 3 weeks' notice with zero fucking build. The only thing that this tells me is that, you know, Dolph Ziggler complained about not having a singles match at WrestleMania and all the time he's been a WWE employee. So you're getting Dolph Ziggler on the WrestleMania main card for the first time ever because you feel like you need to. You feel like you don't even make sense of it. Nor do you care about making sense. I don't like that direction at all. I don't like that mentality whatsoever. Oh, because it hasn't happened? Now you have to do it just for the sake of having it happen? First time ever, Dolph Ziggler's at WrestleMania in a singles match. Everyone be surprised they built it on that. First time ever. WWE's favorite 3 words in 2018. First time ever. WWE puts on a good WrestleMania. WrestleMania is fucking the worst show of the year. It's based on how it's fucking just built up and given to the audience. They don't give a shit about anything. Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 34. With WWE Fastlane upon us, the picture for WrestleMania 34 is about to get a whole lot clearer. 6 men will battle for the WWE Championship in Fastlane's main event. We've seen it on SmackDown Live already. I don't give a fuck what happens tonight. AJ Styles against Baron Corbin doesn't belong there. Dolph Ziggler doesn't belong there. John Cena doesn't belong there. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The winner will move on to WrestleMania to face Shinsuke Nakamura. The bookmakers seem to think that AJ Styles will retain his title and set up a showdown with the artist, while many believe John Cena is still destined to face The Undertaker. Owens and Zayn have been pegged to turn on each other while keeping that feud going. And potentially, I got news on where they might be at WrestleMania. They might not even be in a singles match at WrestleMania. They may be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at best, because they're abandoning this storyline with Shane and Daniel Bryan, the Dolph Ziggler one. So there's no plans for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If they're going to go with a singles match at WrestleMania, certainly ain't going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. They're going to try and get a McMahon on the show, because WrestleMania can't exist without at least one McMahon in a match. This year we'll have 2. God, I can't wait. And you want to know why people say the talent is held back? Well, when you got Stephanie McMahon taking a spot, and you got Shane McMahon taking a spot, I mean, my God, why wouldn't people complain? So AJ Styles hopefully will retain the title. Ziggler, Corbin, you know, what are they going to do outside of this 6-pack challenge? Ziggler and Corbin have no direction. Corbin certainly has no direction. Ziggler really right now, the way you look at it, has no direction either. You either put him in the United States Championship title picture and try to make sense of that, but again, it wouldn't even make sense because Ziggler gave up the title after he already won it. Why would he go after the title he willingly gave up? It makes no sense. It would make Dolph Ziggler look like the biggest buffoon on the roster. So you really can't do that without making him look like a fool. Cena, The Undertaker, Owens and Zayn, Battle Royal, Corbin, Battle Royal probably. Corbin will find himself in the Battle Royal more than likely, but it seems like Dolph Ziggler is going to have a very unlikely spot. During his recent podcast, Brad Shepard of BodySlam.net discussed Ziggler as Shane McMahon's potential opponent for WrestleMania. This was also reported by the Dirty Sheets podcast. It looks like plans have recently changed, and now Shane McMahon's match, it looks and sounds like his opponent will be Dolph Ziggler. From what I've been told, that's what they are looking to do. Shepard continued, and I quote, Shane has got to have his match, and Dolph has never had a singles match at WrestleMania. It will be a good match. That's fine. Not everything I'm dying to see, but that will be something to watch for if they do go with that. We should start seeing that build soon. No, we shouldn't start seeing the build soon. We should have started seeing the build. We should have started seeing the build back in January. Back in January. Dolph Ziggler should have never even been in the Royal Rumble. He should have lobbied and been lobbying to come back to SmackDown Live under his agreements only. And they should have played his storyline contract, or the contract negotiations that he was really going through, into storyline, making it real life and bringing some personal feeling to the storyline. That's what he should have been doing. Ziggler, a 13-year veteran in the WWE and a 2-time world champion, has never ascended to the top of the card, but his ability obviously should be the one thing that should be at the top of the card, because he is that damn good. The show-off has been very vocal about his displeasure at the fact of not being the main attraction on SmackDown Live or a higher position in WWE, but after winning the United States title in 2017, the 37-year-old appeared to take a sabbatical from the ring. He returned at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, eliminated in 90 seconds, wasting that spot completely and making him look like a bigger, blithering idiot. But it's not like he had a ton of steam behind that point anyway. How is Shane going to get on Ziggler's bad side in the next 3 weeks? Do you care? Is it going to be a great match? Am I intrigued about what they can do in the ring? Listen, Shane had a great match with AJ Styles. I expect the same thing out of a Dolph Ziggler. But do you guys get where I'm coming from? This should have taken place already. Why am I going to get invested in something in the last 3 or 4 weeks till WrestleMania when this should have been building the last 2 months? And you gave us 4 months of garbage fucking television with a possible end in sight, and you're just going to completely abandon it for something else. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon have been bickering every single week, and now you're just going to throw it away. Shane McMahon and his issues with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, you're just going to throw it away with no conclusion. How is it going to come off on television if Shane is still bitching and moaning about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and all of a sudden has an issue with Dolph Ziggler? Why would Shane have an issue with Dolph Ziggler? Why would Ziggler have an issue now with SmackDown Live when his issue should have been with SmackDown Live for the past 3 fucking years? Now you're gonna make me believe Ziggler all of a sudden cares about his position on SmackDown Live. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. You know? What is he, bottling in all this anger? He's complaining every fucking week, every podcast he's on. Why wasn't this a storyline already? Oh, that's right, Dolph Ziggler's really not our plans. But being that you got no plans to Shane, now you're running around like chickens with their head cut off just to get Shane McMahon on the fucking show. Garbage, man. Not saying that it's not going to be a damn good match, but you don't have me hooked at all, man. The only match I looked forward to last year at WrestleMania was the AJ Styles Shane McMahon match, because at least there had
mac and cheese and bacon.
Dude, you missed the whole game. Devour the taste of your food.
They had storyline behind it. This year with this, I pass. I don't know what you did. WWE, again, booking themselves in fucking circles. They don't know what to fucking do. Illogical fucking booking. Speaking of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and illogical booking, they got no plans for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Wow, what a shocker! Eyebrows were originally raised when Sami Zayn ran down to ringside to help Kevin Owens come out on top in his Hell in a Cell match against Shane McMahon. That surprisingly signaled a heel turn for Zayn, who spent his entire career as the ultimate babyface, but did a good enough job to be a lovably annoying heel alongside the more brutal Owens. Combined, though, they proved to be a genuine thorn in the side of Shane McMahon ever since they joined forces. However, one thing fans saw coming as soon as the storyline started was the payoff of this match, that it would be the two ultimately split up yet again and finally have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania in New Orleans. After all, they are destined to fight forever. While some might claim that they deserve slightly better, it seems as if this isn't going to become a reality on April 8th inside the Superdome, which seems to be a shame considering this might have been what WWE was planning, and the chance for them to face off in an event of this magnitude would be special to both. To make matters even more confusing, the current WrestleMania plans don't even feature the pairing of Owens and Zayn going up against Shane McMahon. Again, when you consider the lengthy storyline the trio have been involved in, it's a shame that there's apparently no conclusion to it at all. There's no conclusion to Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Daniel Bryan. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Your guess is as good as mine. Instead, what WWE reportedly is planning, according to the Wrestling Observer and Dave Meltzer, is seriously going to annoy fans of Owens and Zayn. The source is claiming that WWE is simply going to place Owens and Zayn inside the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in a big multi-man match to determine the fourth winner of this traditional match. Although it can be classified as an honor, no it can't, because the match is full of fucking Titus Catering VIPs. You can't help but think that this is slightly underwhelming for them after everything we've seen on SmackDown Live and everything they've done together over the past 4 months on SmackDown Live. It's clear, just like I said with the Ziggler, this needs a blow-off of sorts. if WWE does not blow this off, then whoever is in charge of SmackDown Creative clearly needs to be terminated. They have no idea of proper storytelling. But I would not expect anybody to, you know, have Road Dogg write a fucking decent, lengthy program when he himself was nothing more than an introduction. They were never involved in a storyline of meaning. They only got over because of their fucking introduction shtick. You know? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You know? Why don't you fucking write a damn good show that we can be proud of, Mr. D-O-double-G? We need a blow-off, even if it means turning Zayn face again, which I don't recommend, because Zayn has benefited more by feeding off of Kevin Owens. And I want to see Zayn continue to be a heel, you know? Give him a chance to shine on his own away from Owens. We didn't expect much from Neville when he turned heel. Everybody looked the other way or rolled their fucking eyes. But Neville shut everybody up real fucking fast. And I think the same thing can be said for Zayn. If you give him an opportunity to run on his own and become a title contender, he will open up a lot of eyes. And if Nakamura does win the title at WrestleMania, I would love to see Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. Mark my words. That would be a classic feud. Zayn turning face is not what we need. But when he hit Owens with a haluva kick and covered him to emerge victorious in the main event, you know, people thought that the breakup was inevitable. Instead, Owens' highlight of WrestleMania season is probably going to be the promotion of his new KO Mania shirt. However, the WWE said to be giving the Battle Royal more importance this year because of the new Andre the Giant film coming out on HBO. The winner is said to be given a solid push. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Because the last four winners, the last four matches, have done nothing for anybody's career. Words on a dirt sheet. That's all that is. Perhaps one of the two will be lucky enough to receive that push. We don't know what's going to happen. Braun Strowman to be in the match. If Braun Strowman's in the match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn don't stand a chance of winning the match. I wouldn't even put them over Elias. That is a shame that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be delegated to the fucking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal instead of having a one-on-one match, which I think they should have if that's the direction you're going in.
Damn right.
If that is the direction you're going in, then give them the platform.
Fucking A, man. There we go. Alright, back to the podcast.
End the fucking feud before you move Kevin Owens back over to Raw.
Yeah.
Don't just end it with no explanation.
Let's see.
How many times have we seen WWE do that? God, this news is fucking very depressing. Fastlane is a fucking mess. SmackDown's a fucking mess. Jesus Christ.
I really wish.
Something that I don't hope. There's something else that I don't hope happens tonight on Fastlane. The Undertaker is expected to be at Fastlane.
Garbage.
I don't know why the Undertaker would be in the Fastlane main event. Maybe he comes out after the match, but I want him to interfere in the match. It makes no sense for the Undertaker. This has been talked about already.
Sweet.
This week. Will the Undertaker be at Fastlane? Maybe. But let John Cena lose. Let's continue the storyline of depressing John Cena not getting the job done. John Cena doesn't need interference by the Undertaker to have him lose. John Cena can lose on his own. We've seen that before. And it would throw a wrench into the storyline. Cena needs to lose on his own. Cena needs to lose and become depressed. And then the Undertaker comes out and meets John Cena face to face. You want it? You want your road to WrestleMania? Here, I'm gonna give it to you.
Alright.
The worst kept secrets in WWE right now is that the Undertaker is set to return for one more match at WrestleMania 34. Hopefully the last. Last year, many
fucking ass.
That the Undertaker's second loss at WrestleMania was his last. Whoa. His second loss. And who's in the main event this year? The two guys that beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. By golly! I can't wait!
Right?
Nobody can be blamed for that, though, as his loss to Roman Reigns had the announcers talking up his retirement, while his actions following the loss suggested that too, as he left his hat in the ring along with his coat and gloves. However, once more, the rumors started going around that the dead man was gearing up for another return. And that was all but confirmed last week when John Cena did what many were expecting him to do when he pulled out the Phenom. Then he admitted that the match can't happen as he shifted his focus to the WWE Championship, and now
one more Dragon Ball. Make a wish.
Taking advantage of his free agent status, Cena jumped to SmackDown Live and will now be a part of the six-pack challenge, where he, alongside Zayn, Owens, Ziggler, Corbin, and Styles, he hopes to beat AJ Styles, or pin anybody for that matter in the six-pack challenge, become the WWE Champion, and go on to face Shinsuke Nakamura in New Orleans. Now, as for the fans, they are aware it is highly doubtful that WWE will change their plans of Styles vs. Nakamura, which means Cena vs. Undertaker is still the plan. And no clowns, it won't be Mysterio. Now the Wrestling Observer newsletter has revealed that we can expect this feud to kick off eventually.
I'm about to level up.
Yeah, eventually. There has been a lot of talk surrounding Cena's upcoming schedule, which highlights that he's not advertised for any SmackDown Live events, which means he's going to be staying on the red brand during this feud. SmackDown Live could certainly use the boost in momentum with the Undertaker and John Cena feud, being that you got Lesnar and Reigns over there and everything else of vast importance. Why can't you put something of importance on SmackDown Live so at least we have something to look forward to? Oh, that's right. Vince doesn't give a fuck about SmackDown Live. Nobody gives a fuck about SmackDown Live for that matter. There's been a lot of talk surrounding Cena's upcoming schedule, and they are going to put this feud on Monday Night Raw. During the last installment of Wrestling Observer Live with Bryan Alvarez, Alvarez revealed that the feud should be kicking off at Fastlane as opposed to Monday Night Raw the following night. According to Ringside News,
close to level 21.
Alvarez said,
close.
I quote, "I believe the setup for the Undertaker vs. John Cena will
Almost
be at
there,
Fastlane.
baby.
I don't think
Almost
they will wait for Raw with that one," end quote. This suggests that either the dead man will cost Cena the chance to claim a record-breaking 17th world title win, which I don't want to see happen, or that the Undertaker will answer the challenge Cena sent out on Raw last week before turning his attention elsewhere after the match is over.
Catch the bus.
Is probably the best way to go about it.
There we go.
Like I said, Cena needs to lose to continue the storyline. What sense does the storyline make in Cena being depressed and Cena can't get the job done on his own if he wins the belt and fuck him over? The Undertaker has no reason to fuck him over. Let Cena lose on his own, please. Attention to detail. This is probably the more beneficial route to take, as it will make fans want to tune into Raw to see what the aftermath
Someone's
will be.
making a wish.
This is instead WWE wasting valuable
Wish I had
time
last
setting
Dragon
up
Ball.
feud for Raw.
I want to make a
Fans having
wish.
to wait an additional week with WWE having
I already know what wish I want to make.
Out of their
That's the best part.
rivalry. It looks like we're going to have to stick
Don't
around.
you fucking
but
dare.
even the main event
Son
of
of a bitch.
Sunday night to see whether it's happening. Now, I agree with that last piece of information here in the article. You know, WWE, you know, coming out of Fastlane, they got...
Hit him with that Masenko, baby. Yeah. Oh,
Three,
did I miss?
four.
How much damage did I do?
It's been building, we know what's happening. I think if they wait till Monday Night Raw to have it happen, I think it's going to be a little bit more unpredictable. See, the Undertaker.
I need like a fuck ton of EXP like right now.
But I would rather them wait till
Oh
Monday
shit.
Night Raw, to be honest with you. I think just build
EXP
just build,
boost.
You know, the fact
Activate
that
that
Cena
shit.
lost again, and have just hold on to that aspect. If Cena lost now, he's going to come out on Monday Night Raw.
Chill. All right. Good shit.
Just continue the storyline on John Cena for now without the Undertaker having to. The Undertaker is eventually going to show up.
No.
Have Cena lose
Not
tonight
fighting you.
and build the cliffhanger through John Cena's just downtrodden, depressed attitude. What is John Cena going to do now that he lost? How many other opportunities does he have to get to WrestleMania? There is none. So what is he going to say on Monday Night Raw? You don't necessarily need the Undertaker to build a cliffhanger going into Monday Night Raw. John Cena is the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Have the Undertaker come out on
What'd
Monday
he
Night Raw.
say?
It makes for a more memorable moment. You know? Cena lost the Fastlane. He's had nothing to do with WrestleMania now. Undertaker comes out and interrupts John Cena's promo on Monday Night Raw. Simple. John Cena is the cliffhanger. You don't need the Undertaker to have a cliffhanger.
That easy, brother. Brother.
Save it for Monday. That's all the news I got coming out of Fastlane. Let's run through these preview predictions real fast. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. You know? I want to get this video up so that it actually gains some traction before Fastlane hits your WWE Network subscriptions at 8 o'clock. Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. This is a fucking tag team match. I didn't even know what was happening. When the fuck was this announced? Why should I care? I'm going with Becky Lynch and Naomi. Can Becky Lynch get a win on pay-per-view? Becky Lynch has not won on pay-per-view in over a year.
Damn, cuz.
Crickets. Crickets. Becky Lynch is underutilized on SmackDown Live. I don't know why I should care about that match. I'll probably fucking cook myself a nice Italian dish while this match is going on. Who cares? Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. Speaking of Carmella, there are rumors going around, and I actually agree with this rumor. I don't know where it came from, but I don't mind it at all. The way we look at it now with Carmella and the Money in the Bank briefcase, you know, you look at the daunting task of Carmella's briefcase and then you got SmackDown. You know, with that aspect, it looks like Carmella's going to be shit out of luck. Looks like she won't be cashing her briefcase successfully. I brought up the idea of maybe if there's a draft. You know, WWE really didn't lay ground rules for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and being that Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live both have Money in the Bank this year, and that it's a blue-branded pay-per-view. You know, Carmella could ultimately be drafted to Raw after WrestleMania and cash in on whoever the champion is over there. That was my idea. But if you want Carmella cash in and somehow make waves for herself, which she so desperately needs, because she has absolutely no momentum at all. It's like WWE's kept her off television. And
I'm gonna go get my
bank briefcase. If Asuka does indeed challenge Charlotte for WrestleMania, I would not mind if they pull Seth Rollins with Carmella at WrestleMania. Now, if Asuka is on her way to beating Charlotte at WrestleMania, and Carmella comes in and cashes the briefcase, makes it a triple threat match in the last closing seconds of that match, and pins Charlotte, it really wouldn't count as a loss for Asuka, because she wasn't pinned. And Asuka would have been pinned because of this. So I like that aspect of it. I really didn't think about that. And I didn't think WWE would rehash the Seth Rollins scenario like he did at WrestleMania 31 against Lesnar Reigns. But I would not mind that. It gets Carmella momentum. You got the title on Carmella. And you have a storyline intertwined right there, right out of WrestleMania with Charlotte, Carmella, and Asuka. You know? Charlotte could eventually win the title back from Carmella. And then Asuka chases the title to SummerSlam, or Money in the Bank, whichever one you want to do. And she wins the title there. As long as Asuka remains undefeated, that is the main thing we're focused on as a priority. As long as Asuka remains undefeated, I don't give a fuck what they do. This is a way around that. Let's do it. Let's do it. My priority is to get as many people with momentum. My priority is to get as many stars built the best way we can. That would be huge for Carmella at WrestleMania. Let's hope it happens. Let's see if it happens. I wouldn't mind that at all. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev with Aiden English. This is clearly a match set up to get Shinsuke Nakamura some momentum going into WrestleMania. Rusev stands absolutely no chance. And it's a shame because Sunday, today is Rusev Day. Today is Rusev Day, and Rusev is going to lose on Rusev Day. And I hope that Aiden English and his voice is good to go, because I want to hear the melodious tones of Aiden English sing on this Rusev Day.
Damn right.
But Rusev is going to get a Kinshasa to the face.
Rusev Day.
Belt and a win.
God damn, that shit is good.
I would have much rather preferred Nakamura versus John Cena, but who am I? What do I know? I'm just some internet who doesn't know what he's talking about. Should have been Nakamura and Cena, but I thought that would have made that a much bigger event.
Jimmy is proving in the newspaper.
Charlotte versus Ruby Riott. Charlotte defending SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Ruby Riott, and Fancy Sarah Logan. Ruby Riott, I think, is going to have a breakout match here. She will not win the title because nobody expects Ruby Riott to go fight wrestle, fight Asuka.
With that Masenko, baby, yeah.
I think Ruby Riott's going to have a nice showcase for herself here. She's going to show us what she really is. She's going to show us why she is the true leader of the Riott Squad, even though I think they are completely unnecessary on TV together. Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, they need to all go their separate ways. All of these women need to have separate identities. These stables are doing nothing for the show, they're doing nothing for the division. Ruby Riott came out on Tuesday and stated that, you know, she wants to take Charlotte off her perch. She wants to take Charlotte off her throne. Charlotte's going to give her everything that she's got in WWE because she's Flair. You know, if this was your mentality coming into SmackDown Live, why wasn't this one the first week of the season? Why wasn't Charlotte the main target here for your Ruby Riott and Riott Squad campaign? Now, 3 months later, 2 months later, now you're giving me this half-assed excuse? Come on, man. This should have been done in week 1, not in week 9. Ridiculous. Nobody expects Ruby Riott to go on to WrestleMania to fight Asuka or whoever for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Charlotte will win. Do we see Asuka? I say yes. I say after the match, Asuka goes into business for herself. She comes out, challenges Charlotte to a match at WrestleMania, and we are all into the race. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. So, let's get Asuka there. Let's get Asuka challenging Charlotte and get that going for the next 4 weeks. Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus The New Day. I don't know if The New Day will be fighting, but it is what it is. This has a potential to steal the show. This is a tag team feud that carried SmackDown Live last year. Not really too keen on seeing it again because I want others to get opportunity over The New Day. The New Day have seen their day, but I'm not going to complain because I know that these two teams, when they're in the ring together, they are at the top of their game.
Damn right.
And the competitive nature of
Damn
both
right.
It's absolutely fucking all over the screen. So I'm going with this, and this might be the match of the night. To be brutally honest with you. The Usos are going to retain the title. I want the Usos to win because I want to see a match 2-on-2, not some fucking multi-man fatal 4-way tag team match at WrestleMania, which I know WWE's going to do because they're going to get everybody on the show. Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers at WrestleMania. I think the Usos on the main card. I think the Usos will take here, and then the New Day, I don't know what they do at WrestleMania. Who gives a shit? Then everybody belongs in the WrestleMania card. There's a plan for you? Oh well, maybe next year. There's always the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle. Like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, we'll be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle. You know? What, the New Day's too good for the Battle Royal? If Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are not on the main show in a match for themselves, there's no reason to have multi-man matches for the tag team titles. That's my logic behind that. So I'm going with the Usos here. Really nothing out of the ordinary. The promo that they cut 2 weeks ago with Big E was great. You know, the Usos claiming that they've been at 9 WrestleManias and have not been on the main card once. Let's change that this year. I think they have more than proved they belong on the main card. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton, I couldn't give a single fuck, honestly. And that's a shame. Bobby Roode, NXT Bobby Roode, where the fuck are you, bro? Please stand up. I miss you dearly. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton has never captured the United States Championship. I'm either assuming one of two things here. A, Jinder Mahal gets added during the pre-show to make a triple threat match because he's not on the show. Or B, Jinder Mahal lost Randy Orton the match. And we get Bobby Roode going into WrestleMania as the champion, and then Randy Orton winning the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Because it's never happened. First time ever, right? So, what brand new way to make it first time ever for one of your biggest guys and to give him the title he's never had at WrestleMania? That's what I'm going with. One of two things. Mahal either gets added to make this a triple threat match, and if that's the case, if that is the case, Mahal wins the title, pins Randy Orton, and then Mahal drops the title to Randy Orton at you know. But either way you look at it, I think Bobby Roode's going to retain here, and I think Bobby Roode eventually will lose the title at WrestleMania, and Bobby Roode needs a fucking makeover. Turn him heel, please. This nauseating babyface Bobby Roode is making me sick. Comes out of NXT, one of the best fucking heels in the company, and they turn him babyface on his first night. Just his theme music. How ridiculous. Bobby Roode is going to retain the title due to outside interference from Jinder Mahal. And AJ Styles, John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler. Either one of two things here. Baron Corbin ain't winning it, Sami Zayn ain't winning it, Kevin Owens ain't winning it, John Cena certainly ain't winning it. AJ Styles either retains by pinning John Cena, or Dolph Ziggler wins the WWE title, holds it till Tuesday, rubs it back to AJ Styles in some fuck finish. Then he has a problem with Shane McMahon. That feud takes shape on Tuesday. AJ gets the title back, and then eventually drops the show Nakamura at WrestleMania. That's your prediction.
That wouldn't be
That's
bad.
your prediction. I couldn't give a single fuck about this show. AJ is going to pin John Cena, or Dolph Ziggler will win the title by pinning whomever.
That might be interesting. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's going on in the ATNL chat real quick. Let me hit up the homies. Hit up the ATNL homies. You have to be a good guardsman. Keep it jazzy, baby. Keep it jazzy. He's still not leveled up yet? Is he still turning west? Leveled up like twice since we've been party. Oh, that's crazy. Alright. Got my ass beat, because he's got a high level. Put on some podcast. Tights and lights. Ready. How much do I need? Cool. Tight and fight, baby. About fucking time.
You for once again tuning into another episode of Tights and Fights. If you love me like I love you, and you'll know I love you, then
damn it, Danielle, you know I love you.
Wherever you listen to your podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
come on, girl,
other places with podcasts, and we need you to give us them fives. Give us the 5 stars.
Give us the 5 stars, Mike.
No. Okay. Says.
Oh, God, damn it. Come on.
Thank you.
You're supposed to keep doing it, Danielle.
Can you name 2 other places where people find podcasts?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I have 12 12 jobs. Don't ask me to know things that aren't part of one of my 12 jobs.
I'm the lawyer, the doctor, the janitor, the cook.
I mean...
And the baker on Tuesdays.
Look, thank you, Evan. Okay, bye.
I'm the lawyer, the janitor, the cook. Give us the vibes, Daya. Funny as fuck.
Sincerity and hilarity that it deserves. I'm the leader of the Hal Taraj, Hal Loveland, and I'm joined today by my fellow members of the Nation of Conversation, Danielle Watson Lee Bradford.
Hello.
And the Emperor of the Jabari tribe, Jay Washington.
I'm sorry, I felt like just when you do that, I have to bark. But just again, you saw my post on Facebook. Now y'all all of a sudden about the thick neck brothers. And we've been
about the thick dudes.
and we've been out here in these goddamn streets.
There's a reason we all added an extra C. It ain't new.
All of a sudden, we've been out in these streets, y'all, and all of a sudden, y'all like, ooh, Jabari man. I've been around this board like a
He's
Jabari.
really on my podcast talking about how people don't like thick dudes.
Well, I know you do. I know you do. I'm just talking about
I like eating food. So, let's talk about Raw. Raw was built around one thing involving two people that we all thought we hate, but now love. I assume, and that's the Symphony of Destruction match between Elias and Braun Strowman.
They have made you love Elias.
He is so good at he just gets himself, he gets anything over.
Yeah.
Look, and also, I like things that are fun. It was fun. And it's like, if Braun's not going to be in, like, main title contention or whatever, then yes, have him doing fun things where he lifts up cars.
Do you think it elevates Elias to be working with Braun?
Absolutely.
I do too.
Yes.
I do too.
I mean, Braun is considered a main event. I mean, we might see him in mid-level stuff right now, but Braun is on main event level, so yeah, you bump up Elias with that.
Do you think it did more for him than being an Elimination Chamber did? Because that's technically a main event for him as well.
Yeah, but they always throw people in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but we've seen Elimination Chambers in the recent where you have one or two people, you're like, how did you get in there?
There are definitely people where you look at it and you're like, oh, you're preparing me to like that person?
Right.
Something?
Right. But I think, with Elias, they've been positioning him. He has the look, he has the talent. We've seen him against Cena. I think we saw him against Rollins. We've seen him against the top level guys. Yeah. We haven't seen Elias just thrown in matches where it's like, you really don't care. So like they're giving you Elias like, here, you guys are gonna love him, you guys are gonna start to like him. Now where do we go with title contentions after Mania? Do we go Intercontinental title? Do we just have him stay mid-card level? Or do we...
Yeah, I do think it's an Intercontinental title contender.
Yeah.
I think that Elias versus Miz is something I very much want to see in a long program.
Oh my god, I would love those promos.
You know what? Oh yeah, Elias gets cheap heat.
Yep.
But to call it cheap heat, I think is kind of unfair. He gets smart heat.
He gets heat, but he still gets love because it's against the Miz.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense?
Yeah, 100% makes sense. Let's move on to the other big event for Raw this week.
Really?
This is the other big event.
We're doing this right now?
Showed up. I don't know. These were probably the Roman Reigns promo. Here's that.
You know, last week, Roman Reigns came out here and had a lot to say about the beast incarnate. Hey, Roman, biggest victory of your career? Last year, in the main event of WrestleMania, when you defeated The Undertaker. And did anybody, even one person, say Roman Reigns beating The Undertaker didn't mean anything? The Undertaker only wrestled one time that year. No. Because if they did make that statement would be bull.
Pretty sweet, he says. I don't think it 100% correlates. The fact that Paul Heyman can come out and give a promo defending the fact that we never see, Brock Lesnar just isn't booked, that we never see the title. The counter argument, I feel it's almost from a weak defensive position. I don't like that as opposed to like, I don't know you anything, Brock doesn't know you anything, he doesn't know WWE anything. He's the champion because he wants to be, and he will be for as long as
we've been doing this for forever, so I feel like while you can bring up obviously you can bring up like, hey, like, you know, you've had it forever and you never like come and do anything with it.
Yeah.
And that's been the situation forever. Other people have brought it up. I think that they all do a really good job when they work together. So we know it's going to be a good match.
Right.
We know there's going to be some good promos. I'm not like unexcited about it yet because I know I'm going to enjoy it, and it's going to be one of those things where we're going to be irritated until it happens, and then the match is going to happen, and the match is going to be fucking great, and that's all that's going to matter in the end.
I just have a problem with it being the main event of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania is a long ways away. Who knows what main event might happen between here and then?
You know, because they're not pushing Shinsuke, or which rightfully should be the main event, Asuka, whoever she challenges, because her Royal Rumble was the last match. It was, you know, the winner goes to WrestleMania, but that's another story. Right. I just think that, again, back to the Paul Heyman thing and the Brock, if you're going to keep using that angle, he's never here, he's never here, he's never here. It's like, alright, so what else do you have?
Well, look, the Universal title is that, like, I would much rather, if you're going to have something headline WrestleMania, and again, who knows? But if you're gonna have something like headline
fucking
WrestleMania, Universal
this bitch.
Defense is how you headline WrestleMania, and
I don't imagine a scenario where anything other than Brock Roman ends the show. But I have a different question.
I do think that they are smart enough to know that if you have AJ Shinsuke, you have that at the end.
Yeah, nobody can follow that.
And they're not gonna make, like, you don't make dudes look good by making them be the cool off for that match.
No, you have them jerk the curtain. I guarantee you that they would do something dumb like that before they would put a main event. And I know it seems crazy. I want to talk about this more, but if Julian gives me the rap signal one more time, he's going to tear his rotator cuffs, and I don't want that to happen. Let's talk about Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, who finally decided to stop screwing around and at least head to the one place this has always been heading to. Here's the clip.
But if you wish to clash once again, it cannot be contained inside the mortal realm known as WWE. There is only one battlefield that is worthy of such cosmic combat.
Nigga, what? Bitches!
The Hardy Compound!
His farm got a pop.
Give Reby the buck. Let Reby do all of this. Give her the
Yeah, let Reby do this.
It was amazing. It was everything you wanted. It was Sarsgaard. It was.
There's Skarsgård.
He was there. He was talking to Skarsgård. You didn't see it?
Oh no, I didn't see it.
So when you see it, he's talking, and he's like, "Look, it can only happen in one place." He's like pulling Sarsgaard. Just please, just let Reba do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm with Danielle 100%.
Just let her do it.
Let her do it. Do not let the WWE handle
We don't want the WWE sponsor
this. Yep. How you look so nice.
I've never been impressed by the Broken Universe.
I'm not super up with the universe. The foundation is fine. Like I get it. And I hope it's everything that everybody who loves the Broken Universe wants it to be. Also, WWE is known to take something that is a bag full of money and transform it into horse shit. Not that they can't do the opposite, but I think the problem with it didn't have production behind it. Like that is the thought that goes in. So you get the Wyatts versus the New Day in like the Wyatt farm. And you get the House of Horrors match. They thought going into it that was going to be the right way to pull those things off.
No, but also, I mean, that is what it looks like when you have people copying the original, because all of that stuff is clearly...
This is copying the original.
It's not. Not when you have the original people. When you have the original folks doing it, it's not the same as a copy. You're allowed to plagiarize yourself.
You're telling me Bray Wyatt's gonna climb up a fucking ladder and do a swanton?
Yes!
No, let's go back. Let it be a B-roll.
I wanted to.
Let it be Manos Hands of Fate. Let it be the room. This is what it was always meant to be, and they did that shit on purpose. They know how to make things good. They made it bad for me.
Well,
because they love me. Let them love me.
You know what, Danielle? I want them to love you, and we all know if there's one thing Vince McMahon is great at, it's giving other people control of things. She says she's not like most girls, but this week she tapped out to Asuka just like most girls.
Oh, zinger!
Clearly don't plan on moving her into being a champion.
No.
Anytime soon?
Nope.
No?
No, because you're just setting up her and Alexa. You're gonna have her keep whining and Alexa keep rubbing it in her face. Asuka hasn't officially announced that she's challenging Alexa. She's gonna challenge Charlotte, and then you have Nia and Alexa for the win for the Raw title.
I'm gonna give them space because this is, I mean, obviously they're doing, and we'll talk about that, the version of Sasha Bailey. This is the Sasha Bailey break we wanted, and maybe they'll do it right this time, where like they just let it go and let it happen, and they don't keep interrupting it with other nonsense. People like Sweet Nia now.
Oh, the crying.
Oh,
real weird.
And Alexa's chop down promos when she cuts somebody down, for her to cut down her BFF.
Yeah,
it's going.
There's money in that.
There's money in that.
I think there's money in that.
There's money in that. Her cutting down her BFF. You know, it's okay. You try to be better. You try to do it. You keep failing.
Yep, and I think that even when she turns heel on her, we'll still get like an element of that, like, you know, I loved you and I blah 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 blah. As long as I don't think they will. I'm hoping they don't. As long as they just keep it away from, because the big and little thing is cute when they're besties. Big and little thing can't be what they do when they're feuding. As long as they, because then it becomes like a weird different thing. And I understand the idea of like, Nia's body positive, but it's also like, let that be her side job. Like, that doesn't have to be.
Don't put that as her main angle right now.
Don't put that as her, because I don't, mostly because like, I don't trust WWE to do it right. And also, WWE tends to, when people are in real life best friends, they will push them harder to be mean
into each other.
Hell yeah.
Vince will say, listen, you guys love each other, right? So what's a little bit of friendly competition?
But it's also like, considering Alexa Bliss has gone on record talking a lot about her struggles with eating disorders.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
It's just a bad road to go. Don't go that road. Keep it the best friends, and then make it David versus Goliath or whatever. But in this one, like, Goliath is really sweet and hot, and David's kind of a dick. I don't know.
Into it. Let's talk about the revival, but not for long, because WWE's not going to give much time. They lost to the Bar, they didn't get their entrance on television.
It's the road, man. They kept her on the road.
They can't stay healthy.
That's proven unfortunate. But and the injuries continue to plague WWE. Like it continues to be an issue. I don't.
If they were healthy, where do you think they'd be right now? Think they'd have the titles?
No.
In their Mania?
Ooh, I think they would be in the tag team title hunt.
I think they would have been champions for a while.
I don't know if they would have been. I don't think they would have gone up against the Bar.
Yeah, the Bar would have split up. I think the Bar would have been facing each other at WrestleMania.
Again?
Yeah.
Because didn't we do like a best of seven almost them two?
But it's different once you have them having a friendship relationship and then the friendship breaks.
So is that the thing with this year with the WWE?
The WWE hates friendship, and it's like, it's really, I'm taking it as a personal.
It's bad when they do that storyline 8 million times at once. Like, I know that there are, like, it's like the mother sauces. There are very select storylines of which everything else branches.
And look, we all like garlic, but like, what? You know what I mean? Like, just so you know, we all.
I don't know.
Well, no, just like in terms of like base cooking things.
I got. Okay.
You know, we all like.
Did I level up? Yes. Yes.
Carrots. No.
I cook. I just can't think of the name. I know some. Yeah. It's like a base.
It's like a basic flavor base.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
We all enjoy it, but it's like, man, like sometimes you gotta toss some ginger in there. Like, I don't want chicken stock in everything. People who cook know exactly what I just said.
I do cook. I do too. You don't even know the name. You're like sitting there telling me, I don't know how to cook. I know how to cook.
Well, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Whatever. See how I matter?
What, bitches? Me or what?
You looked it up.
I did. You looked it up, but I'm glad to know that it's a man.
First of all, she came. Shout out to everybody that's listening that had to turn their volume down real quick.
They know who I am.
I mean, but no, because that mirror point. No, I know we get it. No, we get it because that mirror point came out of no fucking where everybody was like, we moved on past this.
I thought you were having a stroke. I didn't know what was happening.
They know who I am. They're fine. Julian is really good at things, and he will make that flat.
It was mere plot that I saw Jesus. Let's talk about John Cena. He faced,
on my knowledge of
I would never hate on it. John Cena faced Goldust, and the crowd went absolutely wild.
Goddamn right they did for Dustin. This was all for Dustin.
Why? Why?
Goldust been out here working these cruiserweights, showing he can still go at 90. And it's like, fuck it, let me go against Cena.
I just want the best for Daddy Dustin.
No, look.
Y'all are just so,
He's great.
Stop wanting to put that man to pasture.
So, John Cena in his promo was pushing for a triple threat match.
Which is scary.
Him and I feel like they're teasing us at this point.
That is, my scary part is, are they really gonna release those 17 t-shirts after Fastlane? I've been saying, and it's always been known, those 17 t-shirts with Cena are already printed. They sit in boxes, waiting to go. And you would think they would release that in Mania. Then you heard Cena didn't have a Mania moment, and you was like, there is a God times 2. And then you start seeing Cena say, I don't have a path to WrestleMania, I'm gonna get on anywhere I can. And you was like, somebody, Nancy Kerrigan, hit his knee. Do something.
Damn, cuz, Nancy Kerrigan, what the fuck?
No, the fuck, he can make that movie and not be a WrestleMania. Because then he starts saying, I'm gonna do The Undertaker. First I'm gonna do the Elimination Chamber, then I'm gonna do The Undertaker, then I'm gonna go to SmackDown. And you're like, oh, please don't let that happen.
Your hats and shirts aren't matching like Cena right now. I'm wearing
green.
Let's go back to the start of Raw. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon as official.
Who couldn't see that was coming?
Yeah. How do you feel about this? For everybody involved.
All I want in the world is for Rousey to surprise me. That's all I want. I legit just I want her to surprise me. I want her to come out the gate working hard. I almost wish she wasn't on TV as much. I wish that I know she's only doing stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
I would rather, instead of her being on TV, they're just doing promo packages of her training with Kendrick. That's what I want. And I want her to come and been doing some promo classes and doing all that stuff. And I want her to come to WrestleMania and I want her to shock me with how she is.
She gets pops now. Babyface. But her life skills aren't where they need to be. She'll get there. I'm sure she'll get there. The more you trot her out and have her give subpar promos, the more likely it is the press will turn on her.
Oh yeah.
She's exposing herself, and that's the problem.
They're exposing her. You know what else I have a problem with? You knew it was coming. You saw that after, Elimination Chamber, you saw what was about to be set up. I really wanted, and I'm probably one of the few, I wanted to see if they were going to let Kurt Angle go full against Triple H. Because I thought they were just intentionally holding him back. The TLC thing, Survivor Series, putting in tag matches. Because I thought because Kurt on the indie scene was going. On the indies, he was going. So I'm like, yo, Triple H trains still. This man trains at midnight every night.
Right.
So it's like, why couldn't you just let them two do the last match they're gonna do? I get, you want to protect Rousey because this way you can cover her up for whatever club she has in this ring during Mania.
Right.
But you say this is WrestleMania, you promote this so big. Triple H versus Kurt Angle is a money match in itself.
It is, but I will say they still have that one in there for SummerSlam.
Okay.
Because I worry because Kurt's my daddy.
Let's talk about another match that we have been expecting has been confirmed, and that is Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus the Miz for the title. And of course, what will this be without the Rollins turning down his opponents on the mic? Here's a clip.
Seth, whether you're lasting 65 minutes in a gauntlet match or have an amazing performance in the Elimination Chamber, it always ends up the same. You lose. Nobody makes losing look better than you. Except for maybe him.
Oh.
You held the Universal title for one day, but what have you done since then? Absolutely nothing. But you'll sit here and tell everybody how over you are. Then This isn't Japan. This is the WWE. And let me give you a little hint. To be over, you need more than just a hand sign that's not even yours.
Got him.
Just everything he's doing on Twitter, the Bullet Club stuff, just yikes. Ouch.
God bless.
But that's what this does.
Boy, it's gonna hurt.
There is a way to spin that.
It's a way to spin it.
To do it, but he didn't have
You can't. But
you can't spin it when he's up here in the ring, you 20 feet down on the ground, and he got a mic and you don't, and you back it up. There's no way to spin it, because there is a way to be like, I am part of a long and proud tradition of wrestling, the blah, 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 blah.
And you won Tough Enough.
Right, like, hey, did you use all of these skills when you were part of the Real World Road Cruise Challenge?
Yeah.
There is a way to do that, and maybe he will come back with that another time.
Seth Rollins has no chance with it. Because Seth Rollins don't know how to. He can't cut those dire. Like, Tyler Black has never been that promo dude. He's always been my ring action, what I do in the ring. It's never been a mic dude. And then you have the Miz who is just like, we fight in these streets.
We fight with my mouth.
Because every time he says, like you said, he throws daggers and they land. They land. But they don't give us Finn Balor. Let's just call it what it is.
We'll see. I guess we'll be at maybe.
Because look, this is the theory I have in the timeline. Well, if everything stays the way it stays, Roman does win the Universal title at WrestleMania. Now Seth chases Roman. You do that. Finn Balor still needs something because I'm tired of hearing for another year. I never lost the title. I'm tired of hearing for another year. So, do we need another year of it? Give me the title title.
Yeah.
And let him and the Miz feud.
And also, I think it is because I do love Finn. I think that he's great. I don't think he's gotten to show as much of a personality in the WWE as he has in other places. And I think that Miz is the right person to pull that out of him. I think that Miz pulls good work out of everybody.
Yeah, let's get to SmackDown. Let's talk about the first segment. We had Ruby Riott and Charlotte talking, and then Bobby Roode just sort of comes out. That's more important somehow.
Whoever was on production for SmackDown Live did, what was good. They lost the first 2 pages of the script.
It's so shitty right now. It's hard to watch. It breaks my heart because I was a big SmackDown advocate, and I realize I'm getting so fucking tired of having to track 2 shows worth of shit.
So you're like
Brand's.
You're not the first person I keep hearing this, and I want to ask you your thoughts on that too. I've heard multiple people say, basically, fuck this brand split.
I still like the brand split. The only thing I don't like about it are the split and too often pay-per-views. But it sounds like the rumors say that might not be a problem soon. So.
Yeah, they're gonna drop pay-per-views. So
right.
But what does that do?
Well, then it's a combined pay-per-view, so it's a best of both shows.
This is the best of both shows.
So now you only get half of what each roster, because then it becomes, well, SmackDown's not getting enough of the showcase because they've got blah 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 or blah.
But we've been getting lackluster pay-per-views anyway from that, even with a full fucking pay-per-view off the rosters.
And also, you know what? That does open it up. I would love for them to do more, Beasts in the East or whatever, as long as it's like on, as long as they do these kind of live special events like they should have. If they do them where I can watch them on the network, then chill. I think that's great. And it's like, they're good. There's no, you don't have to watch them live. In fact, they probably won't put them up when they happen or whatever, but you can put them up and watch them at their leisure, and then people can still get their shine without there being this like thing where every 3 weeks
Yeah.
And it's like, and I love wrestling. It's just a lot.
Finally, let's talk about some of WWE's other best shows.
Let's talk about
Johnny Gargano recently lost his rematch with Andrade Cien Almas and is done with NXT. Plus, Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman advanced in the Mixed Match Challenge, and the hints are dropping of tag titles on 205 Live. What have y'all seen on these shows that you've enjoyed?
Well, the Mixed Match Challenge I did watch. I'm behind on 205 on NXT, unfortunately. That time has been taken up by Lucha, which I can't talk about, but which has been amazing. So that's taken up my other wrestle time. But Mixed Match Challenge, always great. It was fantastic this week. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't see this one.
Oh, it was great. Because there was this great, they've been having like this weird kind of flirty sexual thing.
With Braun and Lex.
which is like, I like it when it's cute. When it gets overtly sexual, it starts to get weird for me. But they did a couple of spots where like he caught her and whatever, and those were like cute. And there was one where she like lands on top of him and is like straddling him, and like it would have been fine, except the crowd is dumb. Also, you know, poor Blake or Murphy or whichever one. But the best part of that is when Jimmy Uso is like, oh, now you acting like, oh, I don't want to catch you, but I want to catch you, but I don't want to catch you. And he's like being really funny. And then Braun looks at him and he's like, and like starts running. It's amazing. It was great. Mixed Match Challenge was amazing. It's amazing every week. Every week the Mixed Match Challenge like allows for so many new and fresh dynamics between people. It is just
because there's no storyline.
It's just a pure delight.
I'm gonna tell you what was the funniest thing about the Mixed Match Challenge when I first heard it. That the winning team would have $25,000 donated to their charity. Right? That sounds so amazing. Then you remember, oh shit, they already know who's winning this.
Because Alexa and Braun going for Connor's cure.
Oh, that's who they're going for?
I believe it's Connor's cure.
I thought they were doing. I thought they were an animal charity.
I'm 90% sure. I'll have to look it up. But I'm pretty sure that Alexa and Braun are Connor's cure.
Yeah, it's Connor's cure.
Which is their own charity.
Which is their own charity. And all the charities was like, yeah, we about to go get some money. And you like, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's Alexa and Braun doing Connor's cure. Alexa and Braun are winning.
They're winning the whole thing.
It's Connor's cure.
Fair enough. And one more, just because I know people are going to get mad if we don't mention it. That Ali and Murphy match was amazing on 205 Live.
I know. I'm literally.
Hell of a great.
I'm literally going to watch that when I get home today.
Yeah.
It's on my list and I have time today.
Yeah. If you guys are listening, you're 205 Live fans, just know we're here right now, and it was amazing. Everybody should watch it.
There you go. If you've got any thoughts on the week in wrestling, keep the conversation going at facebook.com/groups/tightsfights or at tightsfights on Twitter. When we come back, we'll talk about one superstar's music through the years, from the extreme to the broken. That's up next on Tights and Fights.
Going into a Bullseye interview, I know that it's somebody who does amazing work, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of that.
Is that possible?
That's possible. Yeah.
Should I check with your therapist?
No, but I will, man.
Who are you, dude? You all over the place. I got a lot of respect for you, man. That's dope.
Bullseye. Creators you know, creators you need to know. Find it at MaximumFun.org or wherever you get podcasts.
Tights and Fights Podcast. Tights and Fights.
Welcome back to Tights and Fights. I'm Hal Loveland. I'm joined in the by
Daniel Radford
and
Jay Washington.
Music is one of the most important parts of wrestling, especially a wrestler's entrance theme.
Yeah.
I'd like to showcase some of those tracks in a segment we call Ringtones.
One cell. This on.
Oh my god. Oh shit! 8-Bit Nakamura! 8-Bit Nakamura!
No, it's new. It's great.
I love that. I'm always excited with this new stage. It just says Sting. Will you play it one more time?
One cell.
This song.
Give me that Manny.
Come on, face.
Alright.
Can I just do the episode now? We just say the questions again.
He's been extreme. He's been V1. He's been broken and woken. This edition of Ringtones is dedicated to the velvety tones of one Matthew Bartholomew Hardy. Probably not his middle name. But before we get going, Matt Hardy is an interesting guy. Because he'll...
BRB.
I think everybody sort of realizes this, including him, and says, he'll never be Jeff Hardy, right? Jeff Hardy's just a charisma magnet. Jeff Hardy's the main event guy. But I think Matt works harder. I like Matt more. I think he tells great stories in the ring. I think he's underappreciated until the last few years. And the stuff he's done in TNA, which was sort of like, he had success on a sinking ship. And that kind of, that irks me in a way. What do you think of Matt Hardy, Jack?
I think Matt, like you said, Jeff has the charisma of the personality for the wrestler. Matt has his own charisma, right? But it wasn't until TNA that we saw that. Because for years we just looked at it as these are the Hardy Boys, but you're like, what's Jeff gonna do?
Yes.
And then the occasional push thing.
Yeah, it was literally always built to be about Jeff, unless Matt was Walter Breaker.
Unless it was Matt versus Edge, and then you really had to still try to get into that. You know, but then you got, even with the, I'm mad this didn't play, Matt Hardy version 1. Oh, yeah!
We're gonna listen to that.
But it didn't last too long.
Yes.
It didn't last long.
No. And that was the first idea of like, oh, this guy's good on his own.
He can do something on his own. You give him a chance. If you give him right, you let him get his chance.
Yeah.
Then it was like, nah, we need to get your brother. No, we don't.
It always feels like Matt's the guy with like, what do you got? It's like, all right, how about if we do, I'll be Matt Hardy version 1, and it'll roll like a web thing, and I'll write a bunch of facts for it. And then you go to Jeff, you're like, what do you want to do? Like, I'll jump off that ladder and then go paint.
And I got some Hot Topic armbands.
Yeah.
I got stock in these now.
So let's take a musical journey through the career of Matt Hardy. We'll start, of course, with Team Extreme. This is the theme song that's still being used up until he became broken. Once again, this is the classic Hardy Boys song.
And then we still remember the look at WrestleMania. Everybody's faces outside the line. That night, everybody was like, what the?
Yeah, that was like out of my mind. Like, is this happening?
I ain't allowed to say, well,
and it's crazy that this theme song has been around since I think 1998.
It's just the way the bass line for it works.
Yeah,
it's the bass line.
It works really well. Not every, I don't think all themes
from the 90s carry over well. It's
but they didn't have to update it.
No.
Like, it just works still.
Dude, what the fuck?
They still update, but they still update it a lot. They tweak the rock theme consistently.
They did. His changed. This is the same.
Yeah, this is they've never changed this one.
Yeah. But then, of course, as we were discussing, what I think is the golden age of Matt Hardy, which is V1, Matt at the MFers, and this is that music. Yeah, get that heavy keyboard in there.
That thing really hurts.
It hurts trying to hold this.
I always liked how that music kind of just sounds like it's starting right in the middle.
Like there was no
like a 90s pop in that, you know?
And it's bragging. I actually have, I think I still have my V1 shirt.
So I'm a fan of wrestling themes.
Sure.
I work out a lot to it. And I re-downloaded the WWE Big Volume they had when they had the old school, then it was the Attitude Era, then the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Yeah.
And get all like, oh yeah.
So this is a song that makes it to your workout list?
It's not on it now, but this would make it. Yeah, I would live for the moment to show the show on 140.
I'm gonna check with he was attitude when he was a fitness guy trying to get down to cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This to me reminds me.
Didn't he make it?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Yes. Yeah, he actually made it to cruiserweight.
Yeah. Like Christian at one time. With the chicken soup. So good. So good. But then he went to TNA. Obviously went back to the Team Extreme music as he reunited with Jeff. I think he left in 2008, 2009. It's TNA, and this becomes his theme. It sounds like a heavy metal guitarist.
It sounds like no. His theme music sounds literally like an indie show. You go to Ron's Break, yes. Like this is an indie show. Some indie dude with some high spots kick pads, and he bought a pair of $40 shorts and a Punisher t-shirt. It's coming out to the ring, right? In a jean vest. This is what this is.
Well, thankfully it didn't last forever because eventually he was broken and this became his theme song. So to TNA.
Yes.
Broken brilliance.
No, it's amazing because you have her on stage and she's playing piano live and it's amazing. Shut up, Juliet.
question for you, Nas. As someone who cares a lot about the building of the person, how important is this music right here to the overall character?
It helps, but if you can get me... Look, the thing with wrestling is you have to be willing to allow people to adapt and change and learn and grow. If you're not able to allow the people that you love to adapt and change and learn and grow, you're not going to be able to get into wrestling. So it's okay if it's not this music. I just want it to, like... I want it to feel the way this movie feels. It's the same way as, like, with Shinsuke. Like, you know, his New Japan music was amazing. It made me feel a way. But, like... when he didn't bring it, what was it, Supernatural Sub, whatever, when they didn't bring that over to WWE and they brought over his new music, it was like, ooh, it's not the same, but it makes me feel the same.
Well, that's because I think with Shinsuke is because the CFO dollar sign, you didn't grow into it at first until Lee England Jr. played it. Until he played it live?
No, it had me from the incident.
Oh, it had you?
Oh, no, it had me.
But I didn't see how that would be the moment.
For me,
for some people it was. I could totally get that.
Yeah, and also being a Chicago boy, and I know Lee, just to watch Lee playing it, and because you're hearing every single note, like,
yeah. You were saying people need to learn and change and grow. You can learn to make you love new music. So now, this is Woken Matter music.
Yeah! The broken thing I could probably do this. I don't hate it. It's just too much of a, like, weird sound alike.
It sounds like the villains are coming back.
yes. See, I hate that part. I hate the WWE attitude.
Yeah, I agree. It could have just been
the piano.
This is another one where it's like, you guys picked a thing that could have been for anyone, instead of finding a theme that was special and that matched the person. You look at Bianca Belair's theme, which, granted, was already somebody else, but it fits her. You look at Bray Wyatt's theme, which, no matter what you think about Bray Wyatt, that theme's always going to get a pop. It's always going to use fireflies because it's for me. You look at Shinsuke. You look at Bobby Roode, you look at a lot of folks who have these
Divine Water Guard Dragon.
Like, that theme hits and it's like, that is you 100% and it couldn't be nobody.
I gotta find that dragon.
And this could be literally
anybody on NXT roster.
This sounds like the menu music for like a 1997 Capcom day.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Or like the stage music. It's like, oh, you know.
I'm about to fight Balrog.
You know what I would
fighting Balrog in Transylvania. This is the music.
I would have loved if they did the opening part with the piano and just let that go, like you said, but then allow Jeff to sing.
Is he any good as a singer?
No.
Remember he was, but that's what made it work. Because he was, because the render yourself obsolete. It was just him singing it because it worked together.
Yeah.
Because it worked. Like that's what you do. Like because he's supposedly, speaking of which, he's cleared supposedly.
Yeah.
Let him. I mean, granted, I don't know how y'all can do it with the compound, the final deletion, whatever. But have him sing it.
Yeah, it's just not. Again, it feels like some choose a wrestler ass music. Also, I try to be kind and remember there were issues with who owned it and all of those other things, and trying to do it while still. So I do try to remember that these are all writers trying to do their best with what they have, and what they bought was broken Matt Hardy. And they weren't able to use it. And so I'm really, really, really hoping that this compound fight is going to be
what's on? We got here.
How long do you think
2
it
hours?
goes? Because the actual final deletion was like 5 hours long, right?
Oh, there was a whole couple of episodes.
I wish it was 5 hours long.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna play at my fucking funeral. Back to back.
I'll die while I'm there.
Yeah, we're gonna have holographic tombstones, and I'm just gonna have them play the final deletion over and over. And my grand dog, because dogs will be able to talk by then, will be like, oh, is that what? Okay, I won't have no kids. Oh,
my grand dog.
Yeah. Is that what human grandma was involved in? And then my kid dogs will be like, no, that's just what human grandma liked. No, we gotta make sure we got
your granddog will be like, this is subpar at best. And then your kid dog will be like, we know, she watched it all the time.
You know, whenever we came over to the house, human grandma just kept saying total deletion. And you're like, we just kept trying to bark at her. She didn't want to listen.
Also, by that point, the dogs live longer because they're my.
Your 90-year-old dog that
Which is really, which is
90 and dog is
What is six?
Yeah.
No, the dogs will be like 30.
It's gonna look like the Gravedigger's dog from the Haunted Mansion.
They're gonna be corgis and they're gonna be amazing and they're gonna walk on their hind legs. And they're gonna love me. Because I was so good to them and they're gonna be like, look, we don't get it either, but we're gonna respect human grandma's wishes.
I want to live in your future.
Right?
If you've got any thoughts on Matt Hardy's music, let us know about them at facebook.com/group/TightsFights or at TightsFights on Twitter. Hey, tell us which dog you want to see walking on its hind leg in the future and talking to you. When we come back, we'll have 3 things from the world of wrestling that you should know about. That's up next on Tights and Fights.
Shirts, stickers, patches, posters, toe tags, aprons. Sure, you might have some of these things already, but do they rep your favorite Max Fun shows? We've got brand new items in stock at MaxFunStore.com, so why not stock up on
Ethnic Gateway. Oh, the 3 count.
Danielle, what do you want to put over?
I'm only doing one.
Whoa.
It was very hard. Because I've been away, so I've been wanting to talk about a bunch of different things.
It's fine.
It's fine. So I am putting over the exchange, the backstage interview between Rusev, a very hurdy voice, Aiden, I'm sure you can relate, and Nakamura, specifically because Nakamura did my favorite thing ever during it.
You broke my friend. Face me at Fastlane, and I'll break you like you broke my Aiden.
I accept your challenge. But when I beat you at Fastlane, Sunday will be Nakamura Day.
Just the way he does the voice, it's the best thing in the entire world.
Let's make up your own holiday, boy.
Yeah, you did. So yeah, that's what I'm putting over is Nakamura being, once again, just being talented and awesome, just the way that he put on his full Aiden Kermit voice, and I loved it. Like clearly mocking him and like doing that weird voice, like, oh my precious little angel baby. It's great.
Jay?
I'm trying to catch my breath. Did you not see that?
I missed it. I wasn't. Nakamura.
Isn't that the best thing you've ever seen?
Oh my God. For me, it is on the same show, SmackDown. It has to be the Dolph Ziggler AJ Styles confrontation promo. I'm here to show the world. No, you ain't. I'm the show off. So that's what I'm putting over. AJ Styles getting one over in all country brawl. I'm Dolph Ziggler.
This is for the beyond. What's going on, please? I wish I was at that point where I could say that. Like, this is further beyond, but it's not. Not at all. Okay, I gotta kill all these jackals. I still got 3 more to kill. Plus, I'm not playing as Saiyan, so I can't be like it's further beyond. You know, I can't go through. I'm just in the Namekian. Okay, I need to kill more of these guys, but there's a problem. They're supposed to spawn here, and they all didn't spawn here. This is the issue. Alright, I still got like 2 jackals. God damn it. Alright guys, good shit. I still got like 2 of these jackals I need to murk. Level 190 Mabel, holy shit. Nice. I think I've only played Maple Story like once in my life. Dude. Oh no. This is bad. I need more of these wolves, man. These water jackals. This is bad. This is a timed quest. Like, I need like normal. I need these enemies to like show up so I can kill them. And they're supposed to spawn, and they haven't. And this is a problem. I need them to spawn so I can get credit from the quest. Damn it. Come on, spawn, you sons of bitches. Oh, this is some bullshit. I'm not gonna be able to finish the quest up. I am very upset right now. I am the upset. I am the upset right now. Here I am fighting wolves and shit. Give him business! Give him the business! Alright, that's cool. I just need 2 more of these jackals to show up. God damn it! This is some BS, dude. Like, I'm not gonna finish that quest now. Alright, I might as well fucking... I might as well forfeit this quest because the damn jackals ran off. Some bullshit. They're supposed to spawn, I'm supposed to kill them. That's how this works. In Mantaland. Oh yeah, alright man, we're doing business. Y'all gonna get this work today. So says my big piece. Give it to him, baby. Holy shit. Got him. Yes! That's right. Oh my gosh. I was pissed, man. I was like, oh no! I'm not gonna finish this quest. Alright, do I have another Little Mermaid part? God damn it, dude. I have to like walk to this park. Wish I could fly. That would make things so much easier. I still have a ton of quests I need to do, like, elsewhere. Like, this is a problem for me. Anyway, let me listen to this
SmackDown
podcast.
loves the house that AJ Styles built! But you changed, man! You're not phenomenal anymore! Now you're just... desperate.
Oh, I'm desperate. This coming from a man who's been in WWE for 13 years and still hasn't reached his full potential?
Got him.
Hey, if I'm Dolph Ziggler, we got to fight after that, man. You're not gonna put me on the like I've been in this for 2 years. I've held this WWE title, what, twice? I'm going to WrestleMania in several matches. What are you doing? We got to fight.
Oh, good. Well, this is going to be a trifecta. I'm also putting over something from SmackDown.
Look at that. Look at us.
Sami Zayn got the, maybe Sami Zayn will win on Sunday win. Of course he won't, but he gave a little interview on the ramp after giving the Helluva Kick. I just want to call it the hell of a kick. The hell of a kick.
That's what
That's what it is. They interviewed Sami Zayn afterwards.
God, I'm so inaccurate. God damn, dude.
That one's for the win. Here's what he said.
Why? Why? Don't ask me stupid questions. How about that? Tonight wasn't for the WWE Championship. Tonight's about one thing. Who is the best? And I prove that it is Sami Zayn!
God damn. I still don't believe you. We need more people. Like, look, Sami Zayn's a hell of a guy, amazing worker, great talent. Hey, bruh, you ain't got a chance in hell this You are going up against the phenomenal AJ Styles and Super Cena. What chance do you have?
It's still great little bro. I mean, it's a rough heel Sammy.
I'm just missing.
Love it. That does it for this week on Types of Fights. We are podcasting on the Maximum Fun Network. Our hosts this week are Daniel Lester and Jay Washington, along with me, Al Loveland. I want to put over very quickly, I am involved in a trivia app that I write, produce, and direct, and it is called Swag IQ. You can go to playswagiq.com where every weekday, no, that's actually that joke. The games are Sunday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I would appreciate it if you gave it a shot. You can win real cash and be a rich person to see fire merch. Danielle?
Well, eventually, apparently I'm going to be in the Grand Canyon, doing Grand Canyon stuff. I'm not sure exactly when that is. I don't know how to get tickets. I know nothing about it. I just know I'll be there, and that's going to be, I fly out on the 22nd. See you guys there for a couple days when I'm there. You can continue to find me every Thursday, except that one, I guess, on Movie Fights, on Screen Junkies. You can find me on What's Trending occasionally. I will let you
What
know.
the fuck, dude? Why am I so inaccurate?
You can find me
Wow,
on
dude.
my wrestling podcast, Tights and Fights.
The one you're listening to now?
Yeah, the one you're listening to right now.
You don't have to fill this. It's okay.
Mostly, find me on Twitter and keep, you guys are doing a really good job on Instagram. And get to 10,000 so I can get free shit.
Jay, anything you want to promote? Tell us where we should be going to find you and what you should be listening to.
Sure. Make sure you check out the Trusty Sidekick podcast wherever you get your podcasts, like Apple, Google, Stitcher, Player FM, and other podcast places. That's a callback to earlier.
Sorry, what?
Nothing? 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 Make sure you check out Trusty Sidekick podcast. Myself and Bobby Hill. We'll get you caught up on everything in the Marvel and DC, TV, and live cinematic universes. It's barbershop talk about comic book stuff for nerds, but we keep it real gutter with you guys. Catch me on Collider Video, Collider Movie Talk. I'm there normally Tuesdays and Thursdays. Catch me on Collider Heroes as well. Also, you'll catch me around on Hyper RPG, AfterBuzz TV, everywhere. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at Mr. J Washington. That's MrJaywashington. Hit me up. I talk back to people, and please know if you try to come at me sideways, you will get these words, and then you'll catch this Dikembe Mutombo because this is my page and it's authoritarian, and I do what the hell I want.
Jay's an angry man.
I'm not angry. I'm at 4473 on Twitter. I'm on Instagram.
Well, there we go. I'm not going to win this race. Our producer is Julian. He only does everything Burrell.
I only have 500 on Instagram. Nobody follow me, please, God.
I need to throw all those follows at Julian.
I better stay away from my Instagram page.
Yeah, never mind. Everyone follow Julian instead.
Yeah. Senior producer Maximum Fun is Laura Swisher. Mike Eagle is the voice behind our theme music. We're putting him over for that. Mike, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. He's been doing amazing things. Please follow him on all of his socials because he keeps updating with all of the great stuff that he's been doing while he's on tour. You know, they just taped the first episode, or a pilot first comedies episode.
Yes.
I don't know if that's if there's going to be more or whatever, but like, y'all, please go and show Mike some love while he's off making the money.
Yeah, and listen to his latest album, which is the best album that came out last year.
Great. A lot of places thought so.
I was in 2 of his videos.
That's right. I was in one too. That's where we met.
We met at one of his videos.
Happy Wasteland Day.
Yep, Happy Wasteland Day.
Keep up with us all week long at facebook.com/group/TightsFights and @TightsFights on Twitter. And if you love the show, remember, hit those 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review too. Then share us with all your friends. Let's make the nation larger and larger. And let's get that merch that y'all are thirsty for. Thank you so much to all of the members of Maximum Fun who joined during Max Fun Drive and chosen to have some of their donation that happens every month come our way and keep the lights on when we're here. The next Max Fun Drive could be any second now. So for those of you who are not familiar, you're going to be finding out about it real soon, I'll tell you that. That's it for now, but join us next week. We'll be talking even more. You guessed it, wrestling.
MaximumFun.org. Comedy.
Man, that shit was good, bro. That shit was really good, man. Alright, let me see what we got here, man. We got shit to sell. I kind of want to keep these just in case. Oh, the event ended? Fucking lame. We're gonna go back to the volcano area because I love being in Corn Forest, but I am low level right now. I don't need to be here. I need to be somewhere else. Damn. Fucking weekend deal. That sucks. I could have been playing yesterday. Wait, what's today? Yeah, could have been playing yesterday. That would fucking work. That's not cool. We do work stuff. I could easily I'm throwing down in this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it right here. We've been on for a while. We might get it back on later tonight. Not sure. I got some crap to do. So, since that's a thing, I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are all fucking awesome. Please come back when we get back on. Watch out for those alerts. I'll see you dudes later. Follow the channel, whether on Mixer, YouTube, Twitch. Hit me up on my Facebook page. Wait a minute, let me see if I even have that address here for you guys in the chat. Let's see, social. No. Oh, there it is. The Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube. Hit me up there. Follow the channel. Follow the fucking RetroGaming Dojo Facebook page. You guys can hit me with game suggestions and all that kind of manner of things. I will see you dudes later. I'm outies. Deuces.